What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Today, we're going to dive into a couple things, but let's go ahead and start off with a little warm up so y'all can get in here. Obviously, I'm going to start off with a little bit of that Penelope Black Walnut Old Fashioned. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing has been a banger lately. Definitely worth the money. If anybody was ever asked me that, it's up there. You know what I mean? It's up there. But we are also going to dive into which bottles we actually kind of kill, which ones have already been finished, and which ones are about to be finished, right? And then, of course, we're going to break into a little Russell's Reserve, a little new bottle for a little fresh crack. Then we're going to go over a couple other things, just hang out. You know what I mean? So, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Hopefully, you're doing all right and a good work week. Just add a little cherry into the old fashioned for old time's sake. Huge says Joe Waters is a terrible man. Oh no, terrible. Joker in the chat, Raph in the chat, bro. Still not my bad, bro. I'll get it. The moment the stream ends, I forget it. You know what I mean? The moment I hit finish and we're done streaming, I go pass out. So my bad, bro. My bad. Joker says, hello, family. How's it going? Sorry, I've been MIA. Kids been back to school this week. It's been rough. I get it. I understand. Nobody's going to beat you up over it. Let's go ahead and do a... Ooh. Where'd I put that freaking other camera? There we go. Work out the kinks early on. Get a little... Oh no, it's dying. Son of a bitch. Don't try this at home, kids. Christian in the chat says, cheers, call me old fashioned. Happy Friday. Been looking forward to this stream. Where? It's Budget Berry. Or Budget Bourbon Berry. Hey, bro, my guy's a legend. I almost brought him too. Next stream, he'll be here next stream. Guaranteed. Just want to throw that out there. Calipil in chat says the kids are back to school in the... Bro, why is it? Jefferson's County too? It's causing traffic. Yeah, I mean, luckily I work from home. I stream from home. I don't got to deal with traffic that often. But there was nothing I hated more than back to school traffic. Driving across town to go to work. Boys, I can't, like, what sucks is, like, I hype up Penelope, I trash on Penelope. It's mix and match, you know what I mean? So, like, you can't really take my word for it when I hype up something this much. But my fucking God, is this premix not the balls? You know what I mean? This thing has the cojones to just be able to light up a drink. It's fantastic. I think I want to try making my own version of it, just see how much better I can get it. Maybe with like the barrel strength or something like that, but that's for a different video on a different day. Scott says, cheers, call me old fashioned. Joe Unfiltered says, well. What do we have here? We have some cocktails, boys. Joker says, oh, well, I found out is, man, either a lot of stam or they only work 6... Oh, I'm not a stay-home mom. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, 6 hours of work, that'd be crazy. I work all day. I don't stop. So, I mean, I wish I could just hang out, you know, but it's not how the cards are dealt. Joe says, what up, baby? Liz in the chat. All right, guys, I'm not going to hang on to it too long. Oh, I didn't even click the right button. Oh, my God. All right, let's get into the bottles we actually kill and finish. That way we can get the professional portion of this stream done. I didn't beat the B-roll. I was going quick. I couldn't clean it off quick enough. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and start off with the first one. Since we're on top of Penelope already, let's go ahead and go over this one, Penelope Architect. This is one I bought early on in the stream. I held on to it as long as I possibly could, but I have build 7. It's fantastic. It was like a vanilla bomb. So this one, obviously, as much as I try to drag it out, it just was never going to not be finished. So this one has been, you know what I mean? It's met its match. So I'm not going to talk too much on it. There's reviews on almost all these bottles I'm talking about, but that one's fantastic. We did pick up another. So like a big question is like, which bottles do you finish? Which ones are you going to re-pick up again? I'm not going to buy another just straight up Architect, at least yet, because I have the Architect Creme Brulee. Personally, that one's better. I would like to explore the other builds, but maybe not for my own dime. So diving into the next one. This one, you guys saw me. I crushed this bottle like the day I got it, basically. Jim Beam Black, 7-year age. Another 7-year age bottle. This one's more budget vibes. Some people, bro, what's the hate on Jim Beam lately? Like, a lot of my comments are like, they want to burn down Jim Beam or something. It's kind of bizarre. But it's another bottle that is fantastic, low price. One of my favorites, if not my favorite, kind of neck and neck with the Double Oak as far as little budget Jim Beam products. So next up's actually not going to be a bourbon bottle. And I didn't even drink this bottle, but I had to bring it up. This is the Old Forester Mint Julep. For this one, we're bringing out the second can. So the Mint Julep is a 60 proof kind of pre-made cocktail, right? And for this bottle, click the wrong button. That's on me. For this bottle, this was one that the wife actually, she enjoyed it and she crushed it. She drank it during the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I've been meaning to talk about it. But yeah, we picked it up. It's kind of cheap, right? Can't expect much from a 60 proof Old Forester, but for somebody that doesn't like whiskey or bourbon, she crushed that bottle, and it definitely is like bourbon whiskey forward. Obviously, mint julep's just simple syrup, mint, and bourbon. So you know what I mean. This is what I buy the ladies if they're trying to get into the whiskey or the bourbon game. If they don't like whiskey, you know what I mean. Tell the wives. Joe Water says ahoy. Joker says, Joe, what up? All right. Either way, next up it's going to be the St. Augustine Distillery. Now, this is going to be the single barrel select. This one was 110 proof. I personally like St. Augustine Distillery stuff, but that's more of like a homer pick. It's local. It's right down the road. But I can't tell you if you've never had one of their single barrels, you've never actually even drank St. Augustine's juice. Their Florida Straight bourbon's good, right? It's a good mixer too, but it's nothing compared to the single barrels. This one I got from Shores. Yeah, I got this one from Shores Liquor. It was phenomenal. When I drank that, I was like, holy shit, what are we doing? I was like, I've been drinking it wrong. Now, I'm not going to go promote the Saint. It's $200 a bottle. It's good, but it's $200 a bottle. So I'll pass on that one, and I'd much rather pick up a single barrel of their Florida Straight. So another great bottle. Next up, we're going to be diving into Russell's tonight, but we did finally finish off the Russell Reserve Private Barrel Select. This one was selected by Tattoos and Scars here in Jacksonville. I believe I got this one at Wild Whiskey in Jacksonville. It was a 9-year age, 110 proof. One of my favorite Old Foresters, or not Old Foresters, Jesus, Russell's Reserve that I've had, and we finally had to put it to rest. So another one bites the dust. Another one people always ask, like, do you drink like non-high proof stuff? And yeah, like I have this regular Four Roses. This one's done. I can't get the cork out. This is an old bottle. I had this since the wedding, but granted, it's done. It's going to the trash now. But I wanted to make sure you guys know there is also, what is this, like 80 proof, 90 proof, whatever, 90 proof. I drink that stuff too. Caliper says, I'm waiting for the Penelope cigar sessions to get to Colorado. It's taking its sweet ass time. It's not that good, to be honest. Like, it's good, but like, I mean, I'm fine with just the one I have. I won't be picking up another. Next up, Redwood Empire. This one, again, another one I was hanging on for dear life. Finally said it's time to put it to sleep. And the Lost Monarch white label, just their regular little blended whiskey for their 90 proofer. It's done. It hit the bed. Will I be picking up another? Probably not. I'm like, it's good. I like it. But now that I've kind of got into like their bottled and bond versions, I honestly I'm gonna spend the money and buy those. Now the pipe dream would be a different story, but that's because not everybody likes the Lost Monarch when they come over. They much rather have the pipe dream. Next up is gonna be, well, actually one of the last on the list. It's gonna be the E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Everybody knows about this. You know what I mean? You'd be dumb not to drink and finish it. If you just keep it on your shelf for no reason, what are we doing? That, and I was okay with finishing her off, especially because E.H. Taylor, Elijah, or not Elijah Craig, E.H. Taylor, Eagle Rare, and Blanton have been hitting the shelves and sitting on the shelves, at least around here at a couple different stores. They're not sitting long. You know what I mean? Like, it's never going to be like the just sitting there every day, at least not yet. But they are starting to hit the shelves and not be rushed off. So I think there's a lot better chance to pick them up now than there has been in the past 4 or 5 years. So I'm gonna go ahead and move these back off. Jacob in the chat. Jacob, welcome back to the stream. Jerry, welcome back to the stream. Jesus. Penelope Architect, one of my faves. Yep. Penelope Architect's definitely one of my favorite Penelopes. But those are basically the ones that have been completely finished off. Now, some things are on the way out the door. My Russell's, I keep saying Russell's, bro. My new Rift single barrel that I got from Total Wine, that one's going to be finished probably before the end of the weekend. My Still Austin back here, the cash strength, that one's hanging on for dear life. That one probably could be finished within the next week or so. My Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, that one's hanging on for dear life. Same thing with the triple mash. And there's a couple other ones. Like obviously my Woodford's Double Oak is always almost out, but I replace that one religiously, so you'll probably never see me without it. My Four Roses single barrel, like the store pick one, that one's almost gone as well. But those are the ones that are kind of on their way out the door. Let me get back in the chat. Joker says, have anybody tried the Blackberry Jack and Crown? Yeah, I've done both, Joker. You're late. You're late to the party. Go check the shorts. Joe says, Joker, the Blackberry is so damn good. Got me one. It is good. The Jack is way better than the Crown. I don't care what anybody says. Ralph says, looking at the Architect and just thinking about the fact that just scored the just scored creme brulee. Did you get one, or are you talking about me? Arvel says, did Jack Daniels ever fail? Not really. Those New Rift picks are so solid. Yeah, I love New Rift. They're one of those bottles that I'm okay with drinking and finishing like quick because I know I'm always going to find another one. Plus, I like the different variations. A lot of people don't think they're that consistent. To me, I think each one of them has been bangers. So, Aaron in the chat says, agreed with Penelope Cigar is a one and done. Yeah, I mean, I wish it wasn't. I was hoping it was going to be good because I'm thoroughly enjoying all the other cigar blends that I have. But, yeah, I think I might have hyped it up in my own head too much. All right, so I've been dying to try this bottle. And we're going to go ahead and roll into the next phase because that portion's done. I let you know what we finished. We'll still talk about it. You guys let me know which bottles you think I should have finished quicker or what bottles you guys are finishing on. My old fashioned's done. I need to get me a little pour. So let's roll into the next portion of the stream. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Russell's 13. Now, I basically stole this. I bought this for shopping as a pleasure. You know what I mean? If you're in the Discord, you know. But the lady who was there today was, you know what I mean? Like, she was probably about 87 or 97. You know what I mean? She's up there. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That's how you set the tone. But it was sitting there where shopping was a pleasure, sitting in a little case. And somebody They didn't tell me their name, so if you're watching, shout out to you. I was shopping. I was getting me some chicken wings, and somebody walked up and they're like, "Hey, just letting you know, somebody has the Russell's 13 over there, and it's priced wrong." And I was like, "Okay, cool, cool." I'm like, "Do you watch?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah, I watch." I was like, "All right, cool." It was very short, but he gave me a heads up. He's like, "Hey, go to the liquor store next door." So I went next door, saw the Russells, didn't have a price tag. I figure worst is going to happen here is I'm paying MSRP. It's not going to be marked up. I rang it up, and they had it priced at the Russell's 10 price. And obviously, I was not saying anything. So shout out Publix for the homie hookup. But I basically I robbed the store at this point. So we're gonna take that dub and we're gonna walk on. You know what I mean? We're not calling nobody. We're not. You know what I mean? A win's a win. So that's fantastic, Nose. Arvel says, "Damn, Florida gets everything." Caterpillar says, "Good night, Jerry." Oh, Jerry's. Oh, early night for me. Night, y'all. Night, Jerry. Appreciate you stopping by. Jacob says, "What's the normal price for that bottle, and what would you compare it to in the same price range?" I have no idea, to be honest. I know I paid it for Russell 10 pricing, so I honestly have no clue. I didn't look it up. I honestly wasn't going to pick this one up. Not because I don't think it's going to be good. It was just like, one, I wasn't like in the mood to hunting a more expensive bottle. You know what I mean? So I was just kind of like, I was going to let it slide by. I saw one review. I hear it's great. But it definitely felt more just like another sweet bourbon. So MSRP's 200. Nah, I don't know about that. It might be like 150 if I had to guess. But it is their highest proof they've ever released, I believe. This one's coming in 123.8 proof. 13-year age, obviously. Barrel proof. Caterpillar says, "Call me old fashioned. Call me old fashioned. Call me old fashioned." What's up, bro? Seamoth. What's up? Did my mic die or something? Russell's 13 is 150 in Oregon. Bro, I told you I got a steal of a deal. I was taking that all day. They only had one, or I would have bought more. Maybe I wouldn't have. I was feeling bad, but like the lady, she was so nice, and I said, "Swipe, let me get out of here." Well, damn. Hey, win's a win. I don't care. A win's a win. Adios, mios. My phone's getting lit up, boys. So yeah, the proof on this 123.8. So what's the Russell's 15? 117? Yeah, Russell 17's 117.2. Honestly, I thought that proof point was kind of perfect. I'm not mad at the. Wait, what did he say? Caterpillar says, "Why does the way Clarence or Clarice talk up in the South?" Bro, what are we talking about? It's really high proof for anything 13 years old. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I'm definitely not complaining. So I like the proof, but let's dive in. Let me give you kind of my first impressions here. On the color, it looks magnificent, bro. My English in today, magnificent. Nice little caramel, dark caramel. On the nose, like kind of right off rip, it's what the fuck is it? Joker tip $10. Joker, appreciate it, buddy. Says, "Welcome everyone. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe to Call Me Old Fashioned Family. Hit the bell." I gotta pull that back up. I couldn't read it fast enough. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to the Call Me Old Fashioned Family. Hit the bell for that fire content. We appreciate you here. Don't be shy. Say hey. Call Me Old Fashioned for life. Joker, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, no, absolutely. Guys, we're going to dive into, we just hit 3,500 subscribers. We're still climbing. We're not stopping until we hit 10. We're hitting it by the end of the year. I don't care how much content I have to push out, but we're going to do it. That's a given. I was talking about it in the last stream a little bit. I'm getting ahead of myself. Joker, I appreciate you. We're going to dive into how and what we're doing to get to that 10K before the end of the year. Artful says, call me old fashioned. You should do a comparison of the Russell's 13 2025 to the 24 Russell's 15. Stop it. You're getting ahead. Obviously, I'm going to do that. Jacob says, bro, you got to do memberships. I have memberships. It's just not a lot to it right now. I've been trying to work that out before I really release anything too crazy. But technically, you could join if you really were crazy about it. You get little symbols. That's about all it is right now. Let's dive into this before we get too crazy. Honestly, you get like one thing that I really like about Russell's, and it's like a really weird thing. It's like when you go to the nose, you go to the palate, you can drink and go, yeah, it's Russell's. You know what I mean? It's on the 10-year, it's on some of their single barrels, it's on the 15 and the 13. It just smells like Russell's. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But besides that, it's vanilla caramel. It smells sweet. Honestly, if you put it to your nose, I would not guess this is barrel proof. I'd be guessing like 110-ish on the nose, proof wise, because there's no ethanol, which is great. That's a good thing to have. But the only other thing I get is some kind of like baking spice, but it's very faint. So let's dive into the palate. Mm. That one hit. That one hit. That one hit the right spots. You know what I mean? Like when it just. I can't even like describe it yet, but I can guarantee you this probably has the best finish of any Russells. The finish, I mean, maybe it's recency bias here, but the finish on this one, because of that proof, that heat is there, which is nice on the finish. It's strange. It's different. You know what I mean? Like it's not what I would expect. It almost has like a, I don't know. It reminds me of Dr Pepper. You know what I mean? Like that syrupy molasses feel that Dr Pepper does. Like that first sip of Dr Pepper, which I'm not trying to hype it up. I'm just like trying to give you close to where I'm at. That first sip of Dr Pepper is fantastic, by the way. But that first sip of Dr Pepper, the molasses, the sweetness, a little sparkle, a little tingle underneath. Like that's what I kind of get there. You also get like some fruit, definitely like dark fruit plum vibes. It's it's definitely moving more towards like dessert esque. The further you kind of get into the palate, like the tip's nice and fruity, a little molasses, and you kind of get into like deep caramel, vanilla vibes. You start moving to the back, it's a little cinnamon and nutmeg feeling. The proof on it's fantastic. There's a weird note in there though that I can't describe. I don't know what it is. Or it's different. It's different than I've had on most of the other Russells. Um, I like the proof. I like the finish a lot on this one. But taste wise, I'd probably go Russell's 15. Russell's 15's got that more like red fruit vibe, and that's really like a hard note to get that I personally like. Um, but we'll definitely have to like pull that bottle up here in a second. What? Just read where'd it go? Calvin says those 13 and 15-year-olds. I'm not gonna read your comments. You're gonna type some shit like that. Huh. Jacob says it doesn't show anything on the app, just super chats and stickers, no memberships. Okay, I'll look into it. Christian says, do you prefer rye or bourbon old fashions? Bourbon, by far. I like rides too, don't get me wrong, but bourbon all day. I'm definitely more of like, my old fashions are like diabetes. They're sweet and oaky, you know what I mean? Like cherry forward. Not that I don't enjoy a good rye old fashioned. I do. But those to me, like, I get weirdly creative. Like, I love a good rye and honey. Instead of simple syrup, use honey for an old fashioned. Fantastic. Orange bitters, honey, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye old fashioned. Tear me up. Beating the Russell's 15. I don't think it's beating it, but like, let me enjoy this one. I definitely think. So here, let me do this. Let me do this. It's a good comment to pull over. Is it beating the Russell's 15? I think this one in particular, as of right now, this is just first impressions. You know what I mean? Everything's exciting when you're first trying it. But I definitely think it's not the same. So I don't know if it would be a fair comparison. I guess you could. You can always compare the same shit, but like taste profile wise, like it's totally different to me. Um, Let me pull up the other bottle so everybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Let's do second cam. Whatcha? So Russell's 13. We just cracked this one. This one is 123.8 proof. The Russell's 15 2024 is 117.2. This finish on the 13 still sitting in my chest, bro. It's hot. It's good in a good way. This one feels more caramel, vanilla forward with, some fruit, some spices, cinnamon, nutmeg feeling, molasses, the fresh crack of a DP, little Dr. Pepper action. And it's different. This one is more like, still had similar notes, but it went from, instead of like going more dessert, it went more towards like red fruits and sweet candy vibes to it, rather than, ooh, I keep clicking the wrong button. That's on me. So let's pull it over. Fuck it. You talked me into it. I was trying to enjoy the 13 with no problems. You're like, no. The other one you have is better. Calipillo says, gotta run. Good night, my babies. Calipillo, appreciate you stopping by as always. And we'll see you on the other side. Arfel says, damn, I want that bottle. I mean, come pick it up. You can have it. Kristen says, I'm going to try that tonight. Which one? The rye old fashioned? Yeah, use not like a lot of honey, just like a spoon, like a bar spoon. Just do like a little bit in there, and that way you can mix it up. It's going to take a minute to mix into. I'm sure you've done honey in old fashioned. What am I talking about? Orange bitters. I like using higher proof rye, but it's up to you. Whenever Buto, good night Buto. For whenever Buto gets here, he will see this. We'll remind him. Buto hasn't been here in a minute though, but I mean, if he comes, we'll definitely tell him. Yeah, the Rust 15's got that nose. Yeah. So like this comes down to preference though. I'm sure somebody's gonna pick this bottle up and they're gonna go, this is the best product I've ever had. You know what I mean? The Russell's 15 for me, I was super high on because it just fit this like slot of things that I was missing. Like on the nose, it almost got like a little bit of, I'm not gonna say floral, but like rose-esque to it, right? A little rose, sweet red candies, caramel, vanilla, cinnamon, but it's not heavy caramel, vanilla, cinnamon, right? It's more like, it's there, it's the undertone, and the star of the show is like this red fruit roll-up. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, red fruit roll-up mixed with like red big hots, like not like Fireball vibes, but you get what I mean. I mean, they're both fantastic. You know what I mean? In their own right. You know what's crazy is that this might be the fresh pop of it. The 13 is like more viscous than the 15. Maybe that has to do with the proof. Non-chilled filter for the 15, non-chilled filter for the 13. 13 is just barrel proof. So, I mean, the 13's flavors are kind of more punchy, but the 15's a little bit more unique as far as what I would want. Joker says, where's all the mods at? A lot of people's been MIA, to be honest, so I probably need to refresh who my mods are. But you're here, so, I mean, who else do we need? Joe says that Russell 15 is the best turkey product I've had. Grape bomb. I don't know if I get grape. I guess like what a lot of people may call grape, I call like red candy. Maybe that's like where the crossover comes from. Aaron says, I think of it as sometimes you want a filet mignon, sometimes you want a T-bone. Yeah, what a great reference, bro. What up? Aaron comes in with like the philosophy of it all. Filet mignon may be the best thing in the world, but sometimes you just can't pass up on a good T-bone. You know what I mean? Boy, do I ever want a steak now. Uh, let's see. Joe says, all eyes on you. Pack dog? Pack dog? What's that? Joker says, facts, model of the year 2025. Bro, Joker's been. As soon as I slipped, hey, we may do like awards for who's the best mod, stuff like that. Joker has not been like, he's like, I'm here. I'm here. Need my medal. Arvil says, Aaron, that Russell 15 is A5 Wagyu. Damn, bro. Y'all gonna have me like a fat kid in here sweating. Just heavy breathing for some steak. It is. The Russell's 15 just has the edge so far. But I think it's just because like that's exactly what I want. Now, the only thing I could have asked for different is the Russell's 15, all the notes I want. But damn, if you could have made it the barrel proof, made it swap the proof points for a minute. Because the one thing the Russell 15 doesn't have is this finish. This finish is nuts. Like I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's still sitting there. It's almost like I did the one chip challenge and I swallowed it too quick. Now it's just burning my throat. Kind of a good way though. You know, it's like a nice, really warm hug on a winter's day. Wait. That nose was a little different that time. Hold on. There might be a little chocolate note in this thing. You guys know me, and a good chocolate note just fires me up. It's kind of like a faint. It's not like a Woodford's chocolate note, right? Don't get me wrong. It's more like a faint hint of like a milk chocolate. It's nice. It's part of the sweetness. Proof Chaser in the chat just says, just picked up the 13th Colony Cast Strength Rise. It surprised me. I've heard nothing but good reviews. I finished it. It's finished in French oak and smoothed out the rye spice. Wow, that sounds fantastic. I was not a winner of that bottle for sure, but I'd love to have one. I like all the 13 Colony products. Big fan of them in general. I'm sure their cast strength rye is fantastic. Finishing in French oak, I didn't know that. That's a fun way to finish a rye because then you're kind of balancing the spice with a little vanilla action. Joe says, I like my women like a... Oh, Lordy. That's not actually Joe, is it? Anyways, so let's kind of move on for a minute, just to kind of recap the night, because I want to kind of touch all the bases. We're going to run back through it all anyway. I'm going to get me a little pour of Russell's 13 here to celebrate. Bro, this bottle is fucking A1 with the cork pops. I'm just saying. The only thing I don't like about the Russells, just in general, like this is my only complaint, is when I pour these bottles, no joke, I spill it on the label every time. Like a one drop just scrolls down. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we did hit 3,500 subscribers. If you guys haven't noticed, the content has been pumping. I've been dropping a short at minimum a day. Some days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, it's been 2 shorts a day. On Mondays, we're doing long form. Fridays, obviously, you're here. We're doing live streams. Saturday and Sundays, we're going to do just a regular shorts. You guys didn't see where I'm doing this little mini series of drinking every day until we hit 10,000 subs. Wife told me we weren't going to hit it this year. I took that as a challenge. I said, hey, we're going to hit it. So challenge accepted, but we're running full force into it. So I'm debating on making 2 videos a week as well. We got stuff in the pipeline. Everything's scheduled out already, so it's not like we're dying for it. But yeah, we're headed that way. So I just want to make sure I let you guys know I appreciate everybody, all the new people, the old vets, the OGs, for hitting 3,500. You guys stuck with me for a while now, so I just want to show my appreciation. Thank you, boys. But we going to the top. That's all. You know, meeting's adjourned. Aaron says most chocolate notes I pick up are like mostly cocoa dusting. Well, I can't remember off the top of my head. There's one that's like dark chocolate syrup, which was fantastic. Um, but I like that analogy. A little cocoa dusting is a good way to put this. It's like a little milk chocolate cocoa, just right over top. So I like it. Proof Chaser says, living in Georgia, we had a local shop get about 6 cases of that rye. Been searching for some more Detling store picks recently. Okay. I mean, that's lucky. I don't live in Georgia. I live in Florida, but we get some, but people eat that shit up here quick. You know what I mean? The only reason I even have the 13th Colony Double Oaks is from my, waiting outside a bourbon drop one time. Arvel says, cheers at 3,500. YouTube is hard. Yes and no. I've been lazy. Like, that's just the honest truth. Like, I've been doing it, the channel. Come New Year's, it'll be on year 3. But as soon as I started, I had a kid. You know what I mean? Obviously, it slowed me down. And then I had my own business at the time. Then I switched. I had to go back to work. So there was just a lot of, like, bullshit excuses is the way we could put it. Where I just kind of took the easy way. I just did live streams. I did a couple shorts here and there, but I never really produced the content that I wanted to. And I still am not. You know what I mean? So it's coming eventually. Obviously, I'm done making false promises. Just going to have to wait and see. But I love YouTube. This is not my first or my only channel. You know what I mean? Like, I like making content. But making content about whiskey is just really fun for me. So it's one of my hobbies, one of my guilty pleasures. Kyle in the chat says, what's happening, brother? I had a great day with a mini bourbon hunt today after OT overtime. Got a little Weller 12 year for 90. Woo woo. Waking up at 4 a.m. is worth it. Hold on. Waking up at 4 a.m. for Weller 12, I don't know if it's worth that, but I get what you mean. Like, I'm sure it's solid. I've never actually even had Weller 12. So, I'm not sure if that's worth it. But if you're working overtime and then you did a little mini hunt, then sure. 4 a.m. is early, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good at like 6:30. I'm okay with that. Before 6:30, I'm pretty much worthless. No for overtime. No for OT. What are we talking about? That? Am I tripping? I'm tripping. But yeah, so we got some stuff in the pipeline. We just got to execute. If you guys not have, I'm sure most of you guys have, but if you haven't seen Budget Bourbon Berry, go check out the more recent video I posted, long form wise. Editing's A1. I don't care what anybody says. Joe says, I'm with you there. Making content is a blast. The minute I stop having fun, I'm done with it. Facts. Same thing with my photo business, bro. I was doing photo and video for a while. It was fun. And then it wasn't. So, to me, like, I'm a big fan of cameras and setups and filming and stuff like that. For the longest time, I didn't even know you could actually do bourbon, whiskey, and stuff like that on the internet. I thought that was like you get kicked off and banned. The moment I literally, no joke, the day I realized you could actually do it, I never even looked it up. I was just like, that's not allowed. So why even bother? I was in North Carolina at a wedding. went to the hotel and somebody had it up at the hotel. They forgot to clear the, the search history. And I was like, we'll watch. And I saw somebody go bourbon hunting. Then I saw somebody drinking. And I go, how is this on YouTube? And I realized things have changed from the last time I looked into it. I went home and started the channel. So I was like, fuck yeah, I want to talk about this. So Joe says, your content is great. Loving the videos and the consistency. I'm trying. Jacob says, started to develop a cool friendship with a liquor store. I have 2 bottles of Eagle Rare store picks. They get all kinds of nice bourbons. That's how you do it, man. If you can't find a store that does like a point system or, a little honey hole, building relationships is great. You know what I mean? I don't know if North Florida's been in here, but North Florida went from like a new store at the Bourbon Barn to being his best friend. He gets all types of cool shit. So Kyle says, I wish I was only waking up that early for fishing. Okay, so that's a different. Like waking up at 4 a.m. for work, miserable. Waking up at 4 a.m. for fishing, different ballgame. So, I mean, it's definitely a different vibe. Bro, the Russell's 15 is starting to like open up a little bit different. That's why I love doing first impressions because it's always fun, right? Cracking a fresh bottle, seeing what it's like right off the gate. But I definitely can tell this bottle is going to change a little bit within like the next week, couple days of it being open. Like I'm going to be able to really tell what this bottle is actually about. So we'll definitely release like a full, more review style on it. I'll do a comparison with the 15 in it. Maybe I'll do a comparison with the 10 or something weird. Joker says, I wake up at 3 a.m. for work. Joker, you're a psychopath, so. Jacob says, I asked him about the Penelope creme brulee you recommended. He said might be able to get some. There you go. Also, I talk about unicorn auctions every once in a while. I don't tell people to go shop on unicorn auctions like a normal liquor store. You go to unicorn auctions when you're looking for a certain thing, right? But unicorn auctions right now has creme brulees, and they're going for semi-cheap. Shipping sucks, but besides that, like they're pretty good at having some stuff I want. I didn't get mine from there. I got mine at a Publix, I believe, but I believe you can get one for right around $100 on unicorn auctions. Joe says, I like how you show up to your streams on time. I don't. Don't let me fool you. I did start today on time. That's like a 1 in a million thing, Normally I'm late. But my late's like 3 minutes. And normally if I'm late, it's because I'm do-si-doing in here. Like I gotta hook my mic up or something else fell apart right last minute. But Kyle said, oof, thanks. No thanks to 3 a.m. on a Monday through Thursday, then volunteer for most Fridays from 5 a.m. to 11 to get some spending monies. Hey, I mean, guys, when you're definitely young, this is the time to be grinding, making the money, stuff like that. Obviously, some of you may already have kids, but if you have kids, that's when you start realizing, like, damn, I don't want to do that extra time, but you still do it. North Florida in the chat, his ears were burning. You heard me talking about him. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, drop a like on the stream, subscribe if you are new. We go live every Friday at 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. That time changes. Don't let me lie to you. But we do go live around that time. We've been trying to find the right window. Today it took forever. I was sitting on the couch waiting for the stream. I almost went early. That's not even normal for me. But and then of course we post content every other single day of the week. Just depends on what you're looking for. Aaron says, can't shake the military training. 30 minutes early means you're on time. Facts. Facts. All facts. Tell my wife. Facts. Funny story. Quick story. We won't get too far into this. When me and my wife met, we both started orientation at this job on the same day. I got there on time. 30 minutes early. You know what I mean? I'm on time. She showed up late. Like right on time, she says. But I was like, you're 15 minutes late. Because if you're not at least 15 minutes early, you're late. So that was in my proposal. That was in my vows. So it was funny that you said that because I talk smack to her all the time about it. Joker says, wait, what are we talking about? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Kyle says, got 2 kids and they go to daycare, so I get it. That's why I'm on my schedule. I have them weekends. I have the weekends with them. I get it. Yeah, my weekends, bro, I try not to do too much because I'm just hanging out with the kid. Christian says, just poured a Michter's single barrel. Right. Okay. AJ in the chat says, what's good, bros? I don't even know how to pronounce that, but that's what he said. AJ, welcome to stream, baby. Happy Friday. Christian, did you get that old fashioned I just talked about? I need to hear your thoughts. You know what I mean? This is a fantastic pour, though. I don't think, man, like Russell's kind of like what a lot of people say, like Jack Daniels don't miss. Jack don't miss, but neither does Russ. Russell's comes in clutch. The 10's great, 15's phenomenal. All of the single barrels I've had are fantastic. I haven't had any Russell's Reserve Rye, though, I don't think. That should be my next little pickup. I know there's like single barrel ryes right down the road. Maybe I go pick one of those up. Kyle says, how's the Old Granddad 7-year? I picked that up today just because. I mean, I think it's a decent price bottle, 7-year age with a good household name for Old Granddad. I don't know if I liked it on the first go around. Let's pull that up though. You know what I mean? I'm fine with swapping it up a little bit. I'm gonna keep the Russells up here for funsies, but I have the Old Granddad. I don't know if it was my palate last week or what, but like it just didn't vibe with me. I did like it better than the regular Old Granddad, but not better than the 114. I think 114 is just phenomenal in general. Arvel says, Michter's toasted barrel in my glass right now. Okay, yeah, everybody's been talking about that. I can't find it. I looked today too. If somebody keeps coming in here and telling me. Happy Friday, good sir. Happy Friday to you. Norfolk says, I need to try it again. Jester has a bottle he shared. Need one for myself. The 13th. Okay, I was like tripping for a second. I was like, which one's he talking about? Yeah, the 13th is phenomenal, bro. I don't think it's as good as 15, but it's. I like it better in the proof, and I like it better in the finish. I said what I said. I just like the tasting notes better of the 15. It just fits more with what I want, but I think it's because I like that one better because it's unique. This one is what I would typically gravitate towards. Taste note wise, it's got vanilla, it's got caramel, it's got dark fruit, it's got cinnamon, it's got all types of stuff like that. But that red fruit on that one, the 15, is just it's unique. It's different. They both have the Russell's Funk. The Russell's Funk. I don't know how to describe it, so that's all I can say. Oh. Normally it's a distillery only release. Didn't know that. That's first I've heard of this. OGD7 for 35 is why I picked it up. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm fine with that price. It's a decent price for a 7-year age. Again, it's 100 proof. I like how they updated the label. You know what I mean? My only complaint is like the Old Granddad stuff was good, but having a picture of an old geezer on it, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't scream pick me up. So I like the look of this bottle a lot better. That's irrelevant to most people, but to me, it's important. Okay, this one's opened up a lot different. Jester also brought some Pappies, which is really good. Yo, Jester, I don't know, fucking Jesus, I'm stroking out over here. Jester may need a new best friend. I'm just saying, maybe I just send him a little application or something. Because he always has to hook up. That's not fair. That's not fair to the Old Granddad. I just realized that. Drinking the Old Granddad after both Russells, like, that's like, it doesn't stand a chance. But I will say, if you just cracked your old granddad, wait a week, go back to it, it's totally different. Like this is definitely like way better than the first time I drank it. First time I drank it, I just kind of like it was good. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't shitting on it. It just wasn't like sending it. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't hitting the right spots. This one's a lot better. Finish is weak, but for 100 proof, it's nice, sweet, got a little spice action going. A lot of orange in it. I'm here for it. Oro says, "Yeah, we're over here chilling, trying some pours. I love the old granddad, and so does he." Um, the old granddad's great. It's just like I don't know. When I drink this, the only thing I can like think of is like it's more expensive than the 114. It's lower proofs than the 114. I'm still gonna say like, granted, like this is good, and it's different. Granted, so I think both have their valid points to pick up. But if I had to choose one, I'm picking up the 114 all day. So if they were going to do away with the 114, this would be an okay substitute, but it still wouldn't be the same. Ooh, Devil's Tower, bro. Devil's Tower Redwood Empire is fantastic. It's got the like floral, citrus, earthy notes with a little bit of spice and a little bit of bourbon accents. It's got a little bit of best of both worlds there. So that one's a fantastic pour. Aaron says, I find some a jump in flavors / profiles. A $30 bottle. Ooh, my bad. I missed one. Kyle Super Chat 199 says, thank you. Appreciate you. I thank you. Bro, I can't. I gotta pull it over. Thank you. For your take on it. See, I thought it was me. It was you. But I got you. For my take on it, I appreciate you. Kyle, I appreciate you, bud. It's good. I think it's worth the pickup. Granted, it's just, I think the 114 is better. Oh, see, now I think this is actually Joe. Somebody else was Joe in here earlier. Bring the other Joe back. Anyway, Aaron says, I find some jump in flavors and profiles for $35 a bottle to $50 bottles. Worth it. The low budgets are for your knucklehead friends that don't appreciate a good bourbon. That one tripped me out. I don't even know what you're talking about. $30 bottles to $50 bottles. Worth it. The low budgets are for your... Okay. I mean, granted, I think every bottle kind of has its own little price. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of has, like, for example, I'm going to use Benchmark Full Proof. I really like that bottle. It's cheap, low proof or low price. It's budget, but I like it in cocktails a lot, and I'm okay with it neat up every once in a while. Same thing with Old Granddad 114. It's considered a budget bottle. I'm okay with it. Again, it's not my favorite pour in the world, but it makes a fantastic old fashioned, and I'm good with it neat. This one's a little bit more pricier. I see where you're going with it. I think it's a good attempt. It's a solid pour. I would drink this neat all day. I don't think it would be as good in an old fashioned though, just because of the proof. I want it to be just slightly higher. But again, solid bottle. 35 to $50, you can find some phenomenal bottles. So, bro, AJ's been great in here. I think you're tripping, Joe. AJ just popped in. He's been like, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? Joe Waters came in here to start kicking cats, bro. Mega said, he said, I have had a hard time picking up the Old Granddad 7-year when the Jim Beam 7 is $20. Yeah, okay, that's two different bottles. But like I said, this was part of the earlier thing. This one I definitely finished. This one's great too. This one's only what, 90 proof? 90 proof, $20. This one doesn't have a lot of complexity. This one is caramel, vanilla. That's it. And it's really good at those two notes, though. So a lot of people will be like, oh, it's not a lot to it. But this bottle knows what it's trying to be. It's like, hey, I got deep caramel notes, I got good vanilla notes, but that's all you get at 90 proof, and it's solid. So I like a good bottle that knows the direction that they want to go. Aaron says, Old Granddad's Heaven versus Russ 10, no contest. Russ 10, not even close. Russell's 10. I'll pull down the Russell's 10 and do it right now, but it's not even close. AJ says, just learn about bottles. Hey, appreciate you, AJ. Appreciate you. I think you're, I don't know. I think you're tripping, bro. I appreciate you stopping by, Jack. I appreciate you stopping by. Arvel says, I don't understand how Beam can release a 7-year-old and can release a 7-year-old granddad at 40 when they have a 114 at 25. Bro, this comment. I don't get it. I don't get it either. I get it. It's longer age. It's got a deeper age statement going, but old 14 is just as good, if not better. And the proof wise is 14 extra proof points. My only worry with this statement is that they may be trying to increase the 114 price because it does, like a lot of people, it's a hot commodity. You know what I mean? Like people like it. North Florida says solid mixer at that 10-year. Wait, my Russ 10-year? Not a mixer, bro. That's why I like drink that straight up. Chad Johns in the house says, good evening, gentlemen. Christian says, this Jack Daniel single barrel proof rye honey old fashioned is fuego. Hey, Christian, I know my old fashions. I'm just saying, it's money. It's money. Well, let's move it to the hangout. I'm on the 3500 still. Let's see this. Aaron says, my point was, if your budget is limited, buy a little bit better bottle than your mediocre one. You get much more out of the bottle than regulated to a mixer. Okay. So I agree with that, actually. So for me, a lot of people try to argue what a budget bottle is, right? And they're like, oh, you got to buy the $20 bottles. But Aaron's point here is pretty solid. Instead of buying the $20 bottle, maybe save up an extra week. Spend $40 or $35 or $50 on a bottle and get something just a little bit better. You're going to enjoy it that much more. To me, that's why I'm not the biggest fan of Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. Like, it's good. I'm not trying to shit on it, but it's just like, it's just decent. Versus, a lot of like the Russell's 10 or just a shit ton of other bottles in general. Like, I'd much rather spend an extra couple bucks and get a way better bottle. I made a video one time that literally lit the world on fire when I said Evan Williams was a waste of money. And people were like, you burned him at the stake. At the end of the day, I was just trying to point out that I'm okay with spending a couple extra bucks and buying a mid-range bottle than a budget bottle. So, yeah, Aaron, I agree with you. Oh, Lordy. The world's on fire in here. Chad says Michter's Barrel Strength Toasted Rye. I haven't had it. I haven't had it. I want it, but I haven't had it. Northfloor says we just tried Screamin' Titan. Did a blind against the Van Winkle 10, and the Old Fit 7 Screamin' Titan was okay, but it lost. I agree. I haven't had either one of those actually, um, but the Screaming Titan's good, but it's not. So for me, I was hunting the Screaming Titan like nobody's business. You know what I mean? Like that's the one bottle I just thought I was gonna. I thought that was gonna be my number one from Redwood. But when I tried the Screaming Titan, I tried it right up against the Devil's Tower, and I was actually shocked that Devil's Tower beat it because I was not like really big into Rise at the time. I was just kind of like tiptoeing still. Um, but the Devil's Tower High Rye Bourbon beat the Screaming Titan, so I couldn't imagine it beat the Old Fitz or the Van Winkle. So Pipe Dream 101 or the Van Winkle, or Pipe Dream 101 over Screaming Titan. Yeah, I'll take that all day too. So let's break down this little Russell's 10 versus Old Granddad 7 real quick. Chad says, try the Saz Rye and Eagle Rare 10. Oh, the blend? Bro, it's pretty good. That bottle might have oxidized a little bit, but it's still there. It's still there on the finish. Now this is a good fight. This is a good little argument here. I like them, but it's a Rust 10. Saz Rise, what I give to people that's new to Rise, yeah. I mean, I definitely think it's approachable. It's a very good beginner rye. It's lower price most of the time. The 100 proof is just as good too. Like I would honestly give them the 100 proof probably first. I don't remember what I paid. I think I paid like 35, 40 bucks, something like that for the 100 proof. But it's solid. But it's not like as like earthy and minty as most like Jack Daniel's rye or something like that. So I think it's a good entry point to the spice level, but it's very beginner esque. Yeah, I'm taking the Rust 10, bro, all day. I'm also a bigger Rust fan than I am on the Old Granddad products, but the Old Granddad did put up a bigger fight than I thought. 3-year age different. I think the Old Granddad, my Rust 10's a little older, right? It's definitely getting a little bit of oxidation on it. Nothing crazy, but it's getting up there. So now for the real, here let me do this. Let's do the best bottle opening in the world. Little Jepson Malort. Hey, I mean, I mean, at this point, I'll chug the bottle when we hit 10,000. But I mean, I mentioned this the other day. Like, this has got to be the worst whiskey in the world. A lot of people throw up when they drink this. I don't know if I want to even crack it. It's fun to have and say, but I don't know if I could actually drink this. So I think something crazy is going to have to happen before I actually even do that. But I bought it for just in case. Dean in the chat says, "How we doing tonight, Joe Waters?" You say go fuck yourself? Is that what it says? Bro, what are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 10,000. Wow. Buffalo Trace for 34.99, bang for your buck. That's a solid price. But to be honest, I don't know what it is. The Publix around here has bottles going for 29.99. I was like, I already have some, so I don't keep Buffalo Trace as a backup. But it was 29.99 at Publix today. That's also where I got the Rush 13. So who knows? It could have been priced wrong. North Florida says the Rip 10 has a grape licorice note that stands out. Grape licorice. I mean, I like grape. I don't know about licorice though. Pickle whiskey versus Malort. Blind it. I mean, hey, I like pickles. A little pickle moonshine. I'm down with that. That would win for sure. Um, is there any word on the Still Austin Tanger 2025 release? Official word, no, but it's coming. Like 100%, I'd be prepared to buy it come November, late October, November. I would be ready to swing by your local liquor stores. AJ says, I'm going to leave while the night is young. Good night, guys. AJ, appreciate you stopping by and learning about whiskey. As always, we go live every Friday around 9:45. See you next time. He says, see you, Joe. He's definitely the guy that was messing with you, but he was nice in here, so I don't mind. Guys, if you come into my stream and you want to hang out, you want to talk whiskey, I'm all about it. If you want to come in the stream, act weird. I mean, sometimes I like weird too. Don't get me wrong. I don't. As long as you ain't fucking with me, I don't give a shit. If you want to fuck with Joe, fuck with Joe. To an extent. Don't ruin the chat. Like Dean here says, Joe plays with little pickles. Dean, hey, bud, I appreciate you stopping by, but like, you know what I mean? Like, let's not do that. Kyle says, I'm wanting to pick up a nice cigar blend. I haven't picked it up yet, but Magnus Cigar Blend apparently is fantastic. It's going to be a similar price as the Tanger. I'm probably going to guess the Tanger is better, but a lot of people love that bottle. So I would go with that over like a Penelope or something. So maybe. Aaron says, got a bottle of the SA Red Corn. Oh, Still Austin Red Corn. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely. They're coming out with the blue corn, though. And the blue corn is just that much better. I can tell that from the Tanger. The Tanger is mainly blue corn. I believe it's like 50% blue corn and then red, white, and blue corn. But yeah. So but the Still Austin stuff in general is just fantastic. So what should we drink next? We did the Russell's 13. We did the 10. We did the old Granddad 7. Maybe I switch it up. I mean, I'm down for another little 13 pour, but beyond that, what's the next bottle we should crack open to? How long we been live? It ain't been that long, right? Only an hour? Yeah, we're the night's still young, boys. The night's still young, as AJ says. Redwood something. See, I'm down for that. But a lot of people hate that I talk about Redwood Empire. Don't know why. Aaron says, I would commit a minor felony for a tanager, but it's not going to be available for mere morals like me. To be honest, like the way my Tanger broke out, I ended up paying secondary. Not like extreme secondary, nothing crazy. But I got mine from Unicorn Auctions. Um, so I went up to Total Wine 3 different times when they said they had it. First 2 times they sold out right before I got there. The third time it was sitting in the case and they said I had to be some platinum bullshit member or whatever. But it was kind of ticking me off, so I didn't get it. And then I went and I saw the stock lowering and lowering, and there's not many out there anymore because there wasn't a lot to begin with. So I pulled the trigger pretty early on and paid secondary. So I have it. It's one of my favorite bottles, if not my favorite bottle. Let's see. Mega says, what's your opinion on the Bullet 12-year rye? Fantastic. Another bottle that I've drank the piss out of. So the Bullet Rye 12 year is one of the first bottles. So, like, just a quick backstory. For me, I wasn't really big into ryes. I had a couple ryes, like Willet and stuff like that, early on that just, like, really pushed me away from liking rye. It wasn't beginner rye. It was like knock your socks off type shit, right? I was drinking 80 to 90 proof stuff, and they gave me, like, 120 proof Willet Rye or something like that. It was crazy. I was not a fan. Slowly got back into it, and the Bullet Rye 12 year is one of the ones that I was like, all right, let's dabble, and it's really good. It's definitely a bourbon drinker's rye. It's sweet. It's approachable. It still's got the spice. I need to. Yeah, it's definitely it's more like got a little bit of mint, a little bit of that rye spice, but it's nothing like insane. And for like proof wise and stuff like that, it's not anything crazy. You know what I mean? It's perfect. But you can't find this one a lot nowadays. So but yeah, I mean I like a lot more ryes better now. But when I was starting out, I thought this was the best thing on the market. So if you haven't had it and you're not really into ryes yet, then this is a good starting point. If you already like ryes, I'd probably skip it. So Joe says, I have yet to find the Russell's 13 or 15 under museum prices, but the private barrels in VA I picked got amazing. Yeah, I mean, Joe, you missed the part where I basically robbed Publix for this Russell's 13 today. Um, Bless the lady that was working today. She's about 97 years old, and she had it priced at the Russell's 10 price. So I didn't correct her. That's on me, but I didn't correct her because I wanted to take my W and leave. Hanging AZ says, I'm sipping on some Bullet low test bourbon on ice right now. Hey, Bullet in any general sense has been fantastic. Um, Bullet Bottom Bond next. I don't have that one actually. Christian says, Bardstown Bonded or Weeded or Green River 225th. I don't have the Green River one yet. I do have the Weeded. It's not my favorite, but I don't have the Bonded Bardstown. You guys were the one teaching me that last week that they even had the Bonded. Let me see. New Riff got me into it. Now I'm a fan of Pikesville and Still Austin Cask Strength. Hell yeah. Still Austin Cask Strength great. New Riff Rye's great. Four Roses is single barrel proof. Ooh, Trevor. Fantastic answer. Let's do that. I haven't done that in a minute either. Christian said, or Joe says, Christian, I bought 250 just to honor the soldiers. Have to try it. Grab Rittenhouse store picks if you can find them. Great value. I haven't had one yet, but I would love to find one. Joe says, dude, take the W. I did. I felt bad, but I took it. Took the W. So I don't know who it is. There's somebody in the chat. I was over at Publix. I was grocery shopping. I wasn't going liquor store shopping. I was buying my chicken wings for dinner tonight, and buddy came up to me and said, hey, go next door. They got the Russell's 13 over there. It's priced wrong. I said, okay. I was like, do you watch or something? Because he didn't even ask me if I was me. He was just like, hey, go over there. I didn't know if he was telling everybody. He's like, no, I watch the live streams, but I don't really comment. I said, hey, well, I appreciate it. I just went over to the liquor store and I got it. It was insane. So shout out to that guy. I wish I got his name. I just didn't get it. North Florida says, thoughts on your rare character bottle. Where did you pick it up? Bourbon Barn do another drop on the 30th. I saw, and it's a rye. Let's do this. North Florida. I'm gonna circle back to that because I'd love to revisit that bottle tonight. Because like I liked it, but I don't know if my palate was just kind of off, but it very much felt like it was Amberana finish. I got the tasting notes and stuff from other people, and they're like, I don't get Amberana. So I don't know if I was just going crazy, but bro, it felt like cinnamon toast crunch vibes. So you can find the Bullet Bottom Bond where you're at in Florida. We got it everywhere here. Butterscotch note, I've seen it. I just haven't picked it up. Christian says that was your guardian angel blessing you, bro. I needed it. I needed a win. Caterpillar says it was me. You're welcome. Hey, shout out Caterpillar. Yeah, apparently you're the 97-year-old woman in the liquor store. I mean, I can see it. Hanging AZ says I'm pretty sure the old bullet barrel strengths were Four Roses. I do not know that answer, but I will. I'll take that W if it was. Joe Waters says, or wait, what? Joe Waters says, ahoy. Haven't you been in here, bud? Unfiltered says Joe Waters, wet. I don't know who's real anymore nowadays. I'm just here for the show. He says, which Joe is Joe? Just Spider-Man meme. I'll let you know which Four Roses I have here in just a second. So, Four Roses. Which one do I have? So this is a wild whiskey pick, 11 years, 3-month age. This is the OESF mash bill. 75% corn, 20% rye, and 5% malted barley. What did North Florida say earlier? I have no idea. Well, Trevor, let's dive into this little Four Roses. I'm dying, bro. Chad says, "Do you have the LE Four Roses? You talking about the red label ones?" No, I don't. Reason being is because I just really haven't. These are fantastic. So the single barrel strength ones, 100 or not 161 proof, 61 proof or 61%, fantastic proof. They're good. I don't necessarily want another 100 proof. So I mean, it is what it is. Guys, I don't know what to tell you here. Joe, I appreciate it. Whichever Joe it is. um, the Four Roses picks are hit or miss for me. Ooh, no, I haven't really had one that's been bad. This one's like fruit forward and mint forward. I don't know the different mash bills that well. Let me see, actually. OESF. It's got the thing on here, right? OESF. Yeah, mint, fruity, and full body. See, I was pretty spot on. Mint, little fruit action, full body. The proof is fantastic. 11-year age. To me, like, Four Roses has been a staple in my house for a long time. The Four Roses, just regular cheap budget version, is what we had at our wedding, and then it's just gotten better. You know what I mean? I kind of stick with these, to be honest, just because they're. I mean, they're fantastic. They're a little pricey though, and they keep going up. I think this one I got was like at 85, and then the next time they released it was like at $100, and I was like, I'll wait. But anyways, so Russell's, or I'm sorry, Four Roses single barrel private selection, fantastic bottles. I think this one's towards the end of its career too. It's not like it's oxidized yet, but you can tell it's kind of losing its luster a little bit. So I would say just, you know what I mean, drink it quicker than I do. Trevor says I'm sipping on some OBSO single barrel at 60.2, 10-year, 3-month. OBSO, what's that one? OBSO says slightly fruity, spicy, medium body. That sounds good too. I don't know why. I'm not like knocking it, but like slightly fruity, just spicy, medium body. That just kind of feels like, yeah, it's good, but not as good as this one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that one's not better than this one, but the way it described it, I'm like, all right. Kyle says, all right, everyone, have a wonderful night and weekend off to bed. Kyle, appreciate you stopping by. As always, we'll see you next week. Make sure you tune into the shorts and stuff that are coming out every single day until we hit 10,000. Wow. Chad says, here the President's Choice ride could be top 10 for 2025. Thoughts? Thoughts? I can't find it. I was at Total Wine once, but the wife was out of town. She took the car. I couldn't get up there, and then I just never went. But I mean, Old Foresters in general makes fantastic bottles. If it makes top 10, like I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I mean? Like I have a Old Forester single barrel ride that is fantastic. So they make good stuff. Christian says, my Costco has OESK and OESB. Any suggestions on which to grab first? I'm not the best. Like, I'm not the Four Roses guy, by the way, but I'm going to read it off here. So he says OESK. OESK is just spicy and full body. OESB. OE. What the fuck did he say? It's not even on here. OESB? What the fuck is OESB? I don't know. I don't know what that one is. OESK is just spicy and full body. I would probably go with the other one. Just spicy and full body feels a little bland, you know? OESO is the one you want to find, apparently, Aaron says. OESO is fruity, red berries, medium body. That sounds fantastic. Go with that one. Trying the Van Dusen Redwood Empire with Jester and the wifey. Holy shit, this is good. Straight rye whiskey. I didn't like it. Actually, it's the one bottle I never even reviewed because I just disliked it that much. I'll pull it down in a second. It's been a minute. We'll do that. Let's do that. Because somebody else said Redwood Empire. The Van Dusen to me was like, because it's a single malt, right? It's high malt mash with a 31% malted barley, 67% rye, and 2% wheat. So it wasn't like bad. It just wasn't like what I personally would drink. But let's crack her open. Ooh, a little dry cork there. Guys, you want to turn this into a call-in show? I can do a call-in show. That way we can have both Joe Waters call in. I think he just came back, right? Fun fact, I can't be within 300 feet. Bro. We can have both Joe Waters call in at the same time. How about that? All right. Let's dive into this one. What's the proof? So this is batch number 194 proof. Aaron says haystack needle, pipe dream, then cast strength monarch. Not a bad lineup. I could go all day of why I should have picked up the haystack needle, but I didn't. Christian says, my bad, it was OESK. Hold on. Oh, yeah, go with OESO. Go with OESO. Yeah, OESB isn't a thing. Yeah, bro, I figured. I was just like, it's not on my list. I don't know what to tell you. I don't memorize all that. They did come out with like a Four Roses, like every part of their strains that they offer, like sampling kit. I almost bought it. But it's like 150, like 175. I just didn't want to pull the trigger. So yeah, 94 proof, batch 1, 31% malted barley, 67% rye, 2% wheat. Let's dive in real quick. I mean, honestly, on the nose, I get a nice little like sweet, almost like orange tangerine. I might be tripping. It's like orange tangerines on the nose. Every time I drink, that kind of does it. It like changes whenever I reopen it. I don't know. I'm getting like sweet, sweet candy orange on the nose. Like mint. I'm tripping. This doesn't taste the same. Fuck, I don't even know. I don't know if my palate's just off or is that bottle just fantastic all of a sudden. It's like orange. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. Gonna need one of each of those Four Roses 12 mash bills. Yeah, I know, right? Lots of sweets. I know, right? Like it's the first time I cracked it, I cracked an off stream, and I was like, that's a lot of chocolate. And I like chocolate, but it was a lot, overwhelming a lot. Went back to it again and lightened up a little bit, and I was like, okay, like, and again, like the chocolate's still there, but it's nowhere near as like intense as it was when I first opened it. It's almost like I don't know. I keep getting like the citrus note on it. This reminds me of like every day, like my kid has tangerines, right? We crack open tangerine. That's what I get on my nose. Um, but yeah, I would go with like red fruit strawberry ish with like milk chocolate and like some citrus over top. A little bit of the spice. The rye spice isn't as prominent as I would expect, but it's there. No, Florida says LOL. Milk chocolate strawberries, kind of like a little dip, like a little dip. Aaron says I need about a dozen decanter bottles, so much changes after a few weeks or months of oxidations. I know. So this like the bottle's not like that far down. It's fairly, you know what I mean. It's new, but I opened it like months ago, um, and I keep the corks nice and wet. You know what I mean. So I don't know. It's different. It's definitely been changing. But it's kind of the fun part of whiskey, you know what I mean? I kind of keep my options open. That's why I don't like really want to like shit too much on bottles unless I know I just don't like them at all. What would look like if I click this? Okay, so we're already prepared. All right, boys, I'm about to turn it into a call-in show. You can call in if you want to talk whiskey or bourbon. For the love of God, don't call in if you want to show me your butthole. I'll be able to see you before I put you on my screen, so just be aware. But if you guys want to call in, chat, we're going to make it quick. That way everybody can get a chance. We're not going to just sit all night and chat, but unless yeah, the homie comes in. So, grab the link if you want to call in. Let's get some water going. The sweet spot for bottles when you get it off the shoulder. Okay, I mean I agree with that. Right when it kind of gets where that bottle's at, that's like the perfect level where you can let it sit and not have it die. To me, like when you get like right below 75% of the bottles, really when you should expedite the finishing process. I'm bad at that. I let my bottles oxidize all the time. I still drink them because to me, like I don't know, a lot of people like talk shit and they go, "Oh, it oxidized. I can't drink this. It's disgusting." No, all it does is kind of take away the bite. Um, Gives a little bit of funk action, and I'm okay with that. I just bro, everybody in these early time comments is hilarious. Um, I totally lost my thought. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of let them sit. I enjoy them. I'll put them in mixers if I want to, or I'll blend them with some higher proof stuff to bring them back to life while I finish them off. Christian says, sweet spot for, oh, I read that. John or Chad says, having a dram with you and the chat on Fridays is something I enjoy. Have a great weekend, guys. Chad, appreciate you as always. We got, I think that's North Florida. So let's go ahead and assign him to guest one, and let's bring in Mr. North Florida. I can't find the tab. Hold on. Can't find the tab. Oh, here we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
What up, boys?
I can hear you now. You're good. I had to check. I had to check.
Jester here. What's going on?
What the hell, man? You bring all the good stuff to his house?
You should have come over.
We
still got this
got another chair.
Devil's Tower we're sipping on.
Is that what you're drinking now? You're lagging out a little bit. Is that what you're drinking on now? The Devil's Tower?
Yeah, that's what we're sipping on. Still have a couple pours of Old Fit 7 and the Rip 10, kind of nursing.
I mean, granted, I would nurse it too. What's your thoughts on the Old Fit 7? That's one of the ones I've been looking for.
It's one of my favorite bottles, man. And until tonight, comparing it against a few other bottles, I was kind of like, maybe it's just me that really likes it. But, Jester likes it a lot. Everyone I've let try it really likes it.
Okay.
Some people call it just watered down larceny, but I think it's a little bit more than that.
It's complex.
It's got the complexity. It's got fruitiness. It's only 100 proof, so it's not going to knock your socks off.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with a 100 proof bottle in general. To me, like Old Fits, like I've had a few pours of like the older age, higher proof stuff, and they're all great. That's why I've been wanting the 7 year so bad, but I just can't find it in general unless I leave my house, basically. But I think that's a good way to explain it, though. Like a watered down larceny wouldn't be bad. Larceny sometimes a little hot.
Yeah, we just did a little comparison with the larceny barrel proof, and there's a couple fruity notes that the Old Fit 7 has that the barrel proof doesn't have.
Yeah.
So
I'm a big sucker for like a fruity note. I don't know why. It's just something about it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Redwood Empire, the Devil's Tower, the Van Dusen, right up there. Not far away. A little bit more of a cherry note on the Devil's Tower.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
what do you think of the Van Dusen? Was I crazy, or were you getting an orange note or no?
There's it's a citrus. It's got that kind of tart kind of acidic
Yeah, it's more.
fruits.
It's maybe not orange, but like acidic, kind of like zesty, like citrus vibes.
Lots of milk chocolate at the front though.
Chocolatey, yeah.
Yeah. How old? How long ago did you open that bottle?
We just cracked it.
Yeah. So like when I cracked mine like 6 months ago. When I first opened it, it was like I thought it was like chocolate liqueur. It was like that hardcore of chocolate, and I like it's good. Granted, I like chocolate, but it kind of pushed me away because I'm like I don't want chocolate liqueur vibes. I want a little hint of chocolate. The more it opens up, the better it's been for sure.
Yeah, credit to Jester here, man. Like he brought all those over here to try. He knows we like them. Me and the wife. Um, I'm
Bro,
pretty sure
I
she's
have to
digging it
ask, what
right
is on
now.
your wall right now? Who is that?
Oh, that up there?
Yeah.
That's the Santa Fe Raiders, man.
Is that a chick or a guy?
That's my daughter.
Okay. Bro, I'm like dying. I'm like, all right, I don't know who that is. I'm dying, bro. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's from her graduation. They did,
That's
they
awesome. No,
did
I get it.
pictures. And then I got the jersey.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was like a hockey player or something. I'm like, okay,
That's
that's awesome.
Adrian Peterson, man, from Santa Fe High.
There you go. That's
Played
stuff.
for the Bears.
I
His
mean, the
brother's
Bears
a
are.
coach for the Gators right now, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, there were. I mean, the games are coming. We coming.
Yeah, I got my got my Jags up here.
Not a Jags fan.
Yeah,
I'll
I
root for
know.
the Jags, but I'm just not like I want them to do just
This is
slightly worse than the
special.
Dolphins. Tebow jersey. There you go. Wait, you had to buy that on like the 2 days he was on the team.
Yeah.
2 days, yeah.
It didn't last long. So
Somebody says,
But-
not a troll. Adrian Peterson is a true G. Hey, there you go.
but yeah.
Is it?
But
Are
we
you
love
in
the
Florida?
stream, man. So
No, absolutely. I appreciate you calling in as always. Yeah, I would just figured I'd spice up the stream, swap it up. So next week I'm gonna have Jester come over here and we're gonna drink the cool stuff and make you jealous.
We'll get you some Rip 10 for your stream, man.
Well, I will hit 10K first, but until then I can't have anything too crazy.
A Rip 10 for 10K. There we
That's
go.
what I mean. Like I'll have to splurge for that one, but until then,
yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, but
Yeah, we got this 113 for you over here still.
wait, do you?
Yeah, we got 13th colony for you.
I thought you drank it already, or I would have been got it.
Nah, I save it for you, man. I ain't fucking I ain't that hard up.
Oh, fucking shit! I'll come get it then. Bro, you said it one stream like, "Oh, I want to drink it." I'm like, "Oh, all right, just drink it. It's fine."
I wouldn't do that.
All right, well then
Hey, man, come to Bourbon Barn on the 30th, and I'll hook you up with some good pours.
30th. What's that? Not next.
They have a rare character rye.
Oh, the rare character. Yeah. No, I want to because like I had. Oh shit! Almost fell. I got this one.
The Shores K45 pick.
Yeah, and it's good, right? But what I got versus the tasting notes are like two different ball games.
Right.
Almost always.
And I'm like, I'm not crazy. Like, here's a plan. Like, I drank it and I go, oh fuck, it's Amberana finish. I just didn't know. I'm stupid. My bad. If I knew it was Amberana finish, I wouldn't have bought it. But everybody's like, yeah, like bro, people lit me up because they're like, it's not Amberana finish. I go, a lot of cinnamon.
Sure tastes like it.
We just got a K45 that had like an orange peel on the front and a cinnamon on the back. So I know where I know where you're getting the cinnamon from.
Yeah, it does have cinnamon.
Yeah, I don't know enough about rare character. I was just like, when I get a bottle, I'll learn enough about it. But it is K45 for sure. But it's, yeah, bro. If I blind this, it would be amber on a finish for sure.
Yeah, I gotta try that.
Like it's good if it would be a solid amber on a finish, but they say it's not. So my bad, boys. My bad. All right, gents, we're gonna go ahead and clear the line. That way we can have some more people call in.
Later,
But
buddies.
I appreciate you popping by. As always, we'll see you in the chat. Oh, he clicked off quick. Back to the main. Non Troll says it's Andy. Quick, Andy's coming. He's a Houston native. He used to live used to come to my. Bro, I can't read that. Bro, can you guys see the other chats or something? Ladies and gentlemen, the line is cleared. If you guys want to call in, just let me know. I'll drop the link again. Let me do this. Where'd my little button go? There we go. But again, just because we're on the topic, the rare character from Jacksonville Bourbon Whiskey Society and Shores, it's solid. Like it's good pour, but like, fuck me if this is an amber on a finish. It's so heavy cinnamon, and the tasting notes that they gave me was like, hey, this is more like fruit. They said it was fruit forward, vanilla and caramel. I'm like, I get the vanilla and caramel stuff. I don't really get the fruit part. Like if they were saying like fruit, as in like, as in like maybe a I don't know, orange or grapefruit, then I would agree with that. We got another caller on the line. Give me a second. I gotta figure out where my button is. I should have brought the button up last time, but that's on me. Oh, here we go. Bam! Christian in the chat. What's up, baby?
Yo, what's good, man?
Bro, I didn't expect you to have a great beard. What are we doing?
I'm fucking, bro. I'm turning 42 next week, man.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You're not that old.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Know.
Don't do that.
We're getting Christian, there, man.
What are you sipping on, bud?
I got a couple things, man. I got a Heaven Hill bottled in bond, and then I got a Old Forester Blue Label store pick.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I would kill right now for a Blue Label store pick. The Heaven Hill. This is something I haven't talked about yet, but have you seen that they're making new labels?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so we're gonna transition into something here. So Heaven Hill is making single barrels now for their bottled and bond, and they're doing like fancy labels and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be their 7-year, just like the normal stuff, just single barrels.
Okay.
But they removed one fancy thing from the label, and it was the age statement for the 7 years. The label looks better, distracts you, but it doesn't say 7 years anymore, which makes me very concerned that it's not 7 years anymore.
That's sus.
I'll buy one because I'm going to test the waters. But my God, if it's not 7 years, I'll be mad. But I love Heaven Hill 7 year.
Yeah, they did that with Elijah Craig.
Exactly.
Took away the 12 year.
A lot of people do that too, and I get it. Like, if you want to be transparent, like I'm all about it, but don't try to sneak it past me. It's been hitting the Reddit forums pretty heavy, so
that's not cool, man.
Well, and you have Old Forester. What was the other one? Heaven Hill.
The other one is Old Forester Blue Label store pick. This one is like a 126.4 proof.
126. Let's pull down the Old Forester. Let's pull down.
It's a banger. This thing is just all oak and bananas.
See, that's what I want. That reminds me of Jack, though. Oak and bananas.
It's honestly, I like if I blinded this with like a Jack single barrel proof, I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference.
Let me drink that. Actually, that's what I want to drink. So the Jack single barrel proof. One is fantastic. A lot of people gave me shit about because I have a small bottle. Just to reiterate for the chat, I picked this one solely for the proof. The mini bottles were 133.3. The bigger bottles were 121, I believe.
Oh, you made.
Yeah, I mean, I was being a proof whore. I get it. Like
That's all right.
I'm I was balling on a budget that day too. So I was just like,
What it
give me the
cost
high
you?
proof. Um, this is a Barrel House 2-12, but high proof banana notes are really just something
I love it.
to call home about, you know.
It's so good.
Christian, which state are you in?
I'm in Jersey.
Jersey. Oh yeah, you're East Coast. I knew that.
Yeah, I'm right on the shore. I'm like 10 minutes from the beach here. I'm like 2 minutes from the bay. I could walk to the bay from here.
I've never been to Jersey, but a funny story about New York and New Jersey one time. So when I first started my photo business, I don't know if you know, I had a wedding photography slash videography business. When
Yeah.
I was first starting out, I was on like this really budget website that I can market anywhere in the world for really low. And I had a client in New York, and I was like, oh, if I can get a New York wedding, I was getting published in magazines left and right. So all I was thinking was like, what's my next big photo? Bad way of thinking, by the way. But I was like, all right, New York wedding, let's do it. But he was like, no, I'm actually getting married in Jersey. I was like, oh, but like, we'll be in New York. He's like, yeah, kinda. He was blowing smoke up, you know. But he was getting married on like some dock in New Jersey, and
Okay.
I was gonna charge him like $500 to fly from Florida to New York to go shoot this wedding, and he canceled last minute. But I almost went to Jersey for a wedding one time. That's as close as I ever got to Jersey.
Man, bro. We paid our wedding photographer bank, man. We paid like
Oh,
5 G's.
okay, yeah. Okay, let me rephrase. That was like
That was for
2020.
the travel.
Oh, that no. That was everything. I just really so we're getting real off topic, but it's okay. So 2022, um, I like really ramped up the photo business, right? But
Okay.
I was in a magazine in Arizona. I was in magazines for weddings. Like I was everywhere. Um, and for New York, it was just a really hot wedding spot.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I could just go there, like I would do it for free, but I just was like, pay for the flight or something, you know,
Right.
is my philosophy. Like if somebody booked me here, like I charge like $7,000. I don't do it anymore, but I charge a lot. So, like probably too much,
As you
but,
should, man.
but I'm pretty good, granted. But I do photo, videos, do Polaroids, do all types of fancy shit. But I was going to charge this guy like next to nothing just to agree to let me come do it because I wanted to do a wedding in New York. But in my mind, I was thinking like Times Square, Madison Square. You know, I was thinking like fancy stuff. He's like, nah, it's in like this random boat dock in New Jersey. So I didn't end up
There's
doing
some
it.
nice spots out here. You know, but I feel you, man. That's like a bait and switch. I went to school. My undergrad was in graphic design, so
Yeah.
I'm cool with a lot of photographers and videographers.
It's it's weird where that world takes you, you know,
Mm.
because that world actually brought me to whiskey. Because you'll be surprised how many grooms will ask you, "Hey, I'm working on my bar. What do you see for the bar?" And I go, oh, "Old fashions." And they go, "Oh, but like I want it to be a good old fashioned." And I'm like, "How good?" No. I usually tell them like okay stuff. I'll do like Four Roses, Elijah Craig. I tell them like moderate price stuff. But I've had a couple grooms like really like bring out some solid bottles. Some people do Buffalo Trace. I've had somebody do a Stag Old Fashioned, which was
For the whole
crazy
wedding.
for the whole wedding, bro. They had
Wow.
two cases of Stag, and people were just like watering it down. They were wasting it. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Because you know, like at a wedding, you get like a drink, you take a couple sips, you hit the dance floor, the drink sits, you never touch it again.
Yeah.
You're talking about 2 ounces of Stag just hitting the table, never getting touched
Oh,
by
man.
like 100 people. So it was a weird event. That conversation went so left field, but I mean, I'm here for it.
That's crazy.
So, what do you typically what's your drinking process on a Friday night? Do you start low or do you start high?
Start low, work
Start
my
low.
way up. I'm usually like I'll start with like Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, Green Red. Like I'll start with like a 90,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll move
Yeah.
up to like 100 proof, and I'll go to like a 110, and then I usually finish the night out with like a high proof single barrel. Yeah,
Facts. I used to I used to kind of be all over the place, and kind of like this stream is kind of a little all over as proof wise. But I do like to slowly work up the proof points. Start at like 90 ish, right? Go to like I try to go up as slowly as I can, because that's just how I appreciate each bottle a little bit more. When you jump to like barrel proof 120 ish, like going back down is tough.
it's
Um,
tough.
for the um for the Russell's 13 that I cracked open, like I think that's the first pour of the night was that 123.8, and it's solid, but going down to the 90 something proof Van Dusen, I'm like, a lot easier to drink.
I
Um,
can't believe you got that for a Russell's 10
oh my
price.
god! So I called the wife. She wasn't near excited as I was. I don't think she understood the what happened. So I wish whoever it was would like say who was in the chat, but he said he doesn't really comment. Yeah, I was just grocery shopping, and he was just got came up, got really close to me. Granted, but he's like, "Hey, just let you know, next door, they got the Russell's 13 price wrong," and I'll go, "Okay." Like I didn't know what to say because they didn't be like, "Hey, do you do YouTube?" They were just like, I didn't know if it was like what was happening, and he was like, "No, it's price wrong." I go, "Okay, appreciate it." I was like, "Do you like watch?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, "I'm just quiet. I just turned it on in my garage." I go, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go check it out." So I just checked out, went over there, and the lady, man, bless her heart, nice, really nice old lady. But bro, I'm not exaggerating. She's like 90 something. You know, I didn't see a price tag. And I go, "Oh, is that a Russell's 13 in the back there?" She's like, "Oh, I think so." It was behind a larceny barrel proof, and I go, "Yeah, I'll take that." There's no price tag. She came up, scanned it. I saw Russell's 10 on the thing. I put my card. I didn't even see. I was take this.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Put it in the bag. No, I don't need a receipt. Give it to me. Give it to me. She's like, "Here you go. Have a good
Hell
day."
yeah. Oh
I
man.
ran to the car.
I bet, man. That's a blessing right there.
I mean, I felt bad, but at the same time, I was like, I spent enough money in there.
It was
I'll,
Kroger's. They're
yeah,
good.
I'll take the W.
They're good, man. I got family in Florida, so I'm like, I go down there, every couple years.
To be honest, I don't think I'm the only one that got it at that price because I saw a post on like this bourbon group that said like, "Oh, shopping was a pleasure today," and I go, "Oh, maybe it's at Publix." I wasn't anticipating on buying anything, like
Oh, it
going
was
bourbon
public.
hunting today. Yeah, but I was like, I know that it was Publix. The wording, shopping is a pleasure at Publix. You get free
Yeah,
cookies. It's
they
expensive
probably
though.
got cases. They're good, man.
Oh, my Publix never gets shit. Like I got
Good.
the little book there once, and that was like a whoa. And I got the Penelope. Those are the only two bottles I ever got out of the case at this particular store.
Mm,
So the Russells was like, oh fuck, all right. I was like, worst case, it's MSRP, and I'd buy it at MSRP.
good.
When I saw it come across as like $49.99, I go, here, don't change
Take
your
it.
mind.
Keep it going,
I was like,
man.
I'm here for it. So, Christian, have any topics before I let you go?
Nah, man. Nah, it was a pleasure, brother.
Absolutely, bud. I appreciate you calling in as always. And of course, we'll see you next week or in the chat, okay?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. See you on the other side, bud.
Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the chat real quick. Aaron says, "This is why sometimes I think the picks are suspect." Wait. I was too late on that. Which pick? The rare character or something else? Joe says, "Sick jersey." Oh, Joe's super late, bro. He's like, "I like my skins and Commanders as a hometown fan, but I buy jerseys of players from tons of different teams. I appreciate the greatness. I was way behind in stream. Holy hell. Joe, you were. That's, I hate to break it to you, bud. Aaron says Jack at 130 plus, 130 plus, radically different than the 120s. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, it's, the Jack at the 133 has been fantastic. And I've been like holding on for dear life of this bottle because I go to the stores and I check, right? I check the proof. For the Jack Daniels single barrel proof rye and the whiskey version, I check the proof almost every time I go. If I ever find anything about it to above 130, I'm picking it up. Granted, I love to find the higher proof stuff, but because it's so regularly out there that I'm okay with waiting. You know, I don't know. That might be a me thing. I'll definitely pick up the rye because my rye is running low. How much do we have left of the rye? Yeah, my rye's. This is well, we got a drink left in here. You know what I mean? It's got almost nothing in there. But I waited for this one for a while too. Like I went to a few different stores. I saw it at like 120 ish. Finally went to Total Wine. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm picking it up." This one's 134.5 proof. So, granted, that one's better. It's phenomenal. I actually like the rye better than I like the whiskey. I don't know why, but I do. Joe says I broke it to myself. LOL. Joe, do you want to call in and explain the trolls for us, or are you good? Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, drop a like on the stream, subscribe. I won't be live too much longer. What time is it? It's we've been live almost 2 hours. It's not even midnight, bro. You guys remember we used to stream for 5 hours straight? Those were the days. Let's get a little bit of water in us. It's a perfect fit. So, what else was I wanting to dive into tonight? You said call in? Bro, I've dropped the link like 4 times. Joe, if you want to call in, you can feel free. If you don't want to, don't feel obligated. You're not forced to. Unless that's the fake Joe. I mean, if it's fake Joe, you can call in too. I don't really care. Joe Waters needs to call in. Let me put a couple of these back. Put this stuff away. You guys have never seen a cleanup crew like this before. I promise you that. Joe says, Joe and Phil says, hit that link. North Florida says, don't forget to hit the subscribe. Hit the like and subscribe button for more fun. Joe, or Jesus Christ. North Florida, appreciate it, bud. Bro, North Florida's over there having one hell of a time with Jester. I should have invited Jester over, and then North Florida had to came over. Where is my comment? Oh. There we go. Bow. Let's move it up here. That way next time it pops up there. Joe said, give me 2 seconds. Take as much time as you need, but I don't care. Oh, Christian. Oh, damn it. I gotta get this up here first, but I'm sorry, I'm not. I have to do this real quick. He says, maybe a hot take, but for whatever reason, Brown-Forman rye is just a bit better than the bourbon. Fucking shit. You know, I don't think that's a horrible take. I understand, like, the hot take version of it. Christian, I appreciate the super chat as always, bud. Okay, I think we do have the right Joe in here. So we're gonna bring on Mr. Joe Waters, aka Mr. Troll himself.
Let's see. Yes, because I am the troll, right? Hold on. Let me get my bearings. Let's see. Hold on. New to this. What are we doing? What are we doing, baby?
You might want to set the camera down, bud.
All right, hold on.
Are you the troll or what's up?
No, I am not the. So it's crazy. You've seen my live videos, right?
I've never been there.
You're a liar. See, now you're trolling me.
I am trolling you. No, I've been there. No, I understand, but there's also an extent that I like will acknowledge them or not. I know which one's you.
I know. So their whole end game is to basically piss off a whole bunch of people across YouTube to where you hate me. Why they spend so much time and energy doing that to me is because a friend of mine, him and his wife, have a stream, and all their super chats, it's a monetized channel, but they're no longer getting super chats. YouTube's canceling them because it's getting reported every damn stream. Those trolls are kicking people out. Like, you would make a typo, they would call you an idiot. They would call you I guess the R word. I don't know if I can say that on your stream, but
I say all types of stuff. You don't. I don't know what you.
Yeah, the trolls they're heinous humans, and for whatever reason, they are like lampreys. They have just attached themselves to me. Like, if I could find a woman that would be as dedicated, it would be amazing.
Maybe you never know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is just one girl just being like, "I really love Joe."
Oh no, it's and what the worst part is, I know these guys are veterans, and shout out to all of our soldiers.
Well,
But
damn.
I don't know if y'all are chair force or whatever. And I hate to use that word. I'm sorry. I don't know what, but it's just weird that why it strikes different. Like, you're a veteran and a troll. Like, what did you go through that makes you want to just attack me all the time?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely appreciate the vets, so I'll never be talking smack about vets in general. But I mean, I definitely see the troll end of yours. I mean, to be honest, like you were going at AJ earlier. AJ was super nice in here. If he is a troll,
So I know, and that's what they do. So Hitler Cat shows up, and he likes to pretend it's all a guise, it's all a ruse, and then eventually he'll say, "Be right back," and then shows up with a picture of me with a dick on my face, which I think is funny.
There was one of you earlier. I don't know if they knew I could see it, but I saw it and I was like, "This is hilarious."
Yeah, it is funny. Like I said, we could be friends. Me and the trolls could actually be friends, but they choose the latter route of just being gross humans. So
hold on, super chat from Trav. Trav, bud, miss you, bud. I need you back in the chat a little bit more often though, just because I miss you. You also missed the fantasy football league, so I'm a little ticked about that, but that's whatever. 1999. I like to say like 199 when he does that on accident. But he says some beard conditioner. I don't know if you guys know, but bro, the beard was going crazy earlier. I do need more conditioner, but I bought some fancy stuff. I'm thinking about making like beard videos too, just because like there's some people that need it. Not you, Joe. You don't gotta worry about it.
no, it's all. I don't even grow like a good underbeard. Like, this is pretty much the extent of what I can get. So
I get it.
Yeah.
So let's go to a lighter note real quick, because I don't want you just only talking about trolls.
Yeah.
Let's do two things. What's your most underrated bourbon? Not Jack 12 or 14. I know that's your favorite, but what's your most underrated thing you like to drink?
So, most underrated thing, because I don't know, because a lot of people now are becoming hip to the bottom shelfers or things, so it's like a rated underrated now. But I like Evan Williams. I think Evan Williams is underrated.
Okay.
Let's see what else.
What are you drinking right now?
Right now I'm doing a Maker's Mark. That District 18 pick I was showing on my stream.
Okay. Yeah.
The other night.
I don't think Maker's is really underrated. I think it's underappreciated sometimes, but I definitely think it's more of hit or miss for some people. Evan Williams, Baldwin Bond, like I'm first to say like I'm definitely been on the bandwagon of like the hate side of it. I think it's good. I think it's a good budget bottle. I just don't think it's the best budget bottle because I would use it more as a mixer. But it's solid. Don't get me wrong. I'd much rather have Benchmark Foolproof.
That's good too, is Benchmark for sure. Now, there's also, I've been finding bottles of Old Taylor. It's $20 for 1.75.
Yeah.
I think for the price, I don't know how you can beat a plastic jug. You know what I mean? And I've kind of, a lot of people, you see something in a plastic jug, you're like, I don't know. I might want to avoid that. But Old Taylor and Ancient Age.
That one. I hear that one's fantastic for a budget.
I don't know what it is, man, but it's that one I will drink as a mixer or straight.
So, I mean, I agree with that. Bro, Joe says he's pouring Russell's so casually. I am, only because it's how I got it. Like, if you were here for it, I basically robbed Publix. That's why I think I'm okay with just drinking it like that. Trav says, missed 2 buttons, scheduled crazy. Hey, Trav, I don't want to hear the excuses. I messaged you in the Discord. I need I need more flight simulations. There's no excuses. I'm gonna message you when I get off here. I'm gonna need more. I love messing with people. You need to join the Discord, by the way. I didn't want to comment on your stream or nothing like that, but you need to join the Discord. Joe.
I gotta join your Discord for sure.
Yeah, because I would message you a couple things, but I don't want to overstep.
The thing is so I'm not going to get too much into detail about my job, but because of certain, I guess, security clearances, and I can't, the more apps and the more things I'm notified on, I have to do that much work to, that's why, if I keep someone in my life, it's because I have to take actual time out of my day to make sure I'm checking messages, doing this, doing that, because I cannot afford my phone to go off, I'm 20 feet up in the air installing this and that. I can't do it.
Don't have to explain to me. That's fine then. But you sound like Mr. Eric Perry, aka an old OG of the channel. He disappeared one day of the Discord. His security clearance too. I know the back end. I don't want to put his information out there like that, but well, Joe, do you have any final words that you want to tell the people?
Well, if you want to tell them what my stream name is, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to use your platform as a way to do that, but I'm glad you gave me a chance to explain that. My trolls are they're weird, dude.
I mean, I'll give you.
They're weird.
I'll give you one piece of advice. I love trolls. They're my favorite. I don't give them the energy you do. That's your thing. You know what I mean? Do whatever you want. I like your stream. I think it has a different uniqueness to it. It's not how would you explain it? It's not like you don't take this the wrong way. I don't know how to word things.
No, it's all good.
Sometimes I don't go there for I want the best bourbon content. I go there for a good hangout. You know what I mean?
That's the whole point. Is I that's why I preface middle suffix.
Yeah,
every
it's
stream.
It's entertaining. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's light. There's some comedy to it. I mentioned to you about the camera stuff one time, but I like that style quality of it. I was just curious, so you could actually see the chat a little better. But no, when you get back in the chat, just drop your own stream. I don't know how to do that. I'm not that professional. I'm okay with you dropping it because why not? I'm sure the haters will drop a channel to their own thing, but no, guys, check him out. I mean, what are you at? How many subscribers you got? 5 million?
I'm at 193 or 194 right now. I was gonna go live probably tomorrow, try and break 200. My goal was 200 by end of August, so I'm pretty sure I'll break that.
Yeah, you got it. There's no doubt about that. But he does some fun streams. He goes streams every once in a while. He has some fun little haters in there too, which is always fun.
Well, I know. Listen, I know from the outside looking in, it's rudimentary is the best way. There's a TV behind you with bottles in front of it. How do you watch TV? So a lot of times I do get to answer sensical questions, but it's a work in progress. So it's like anything else. The longer you follow, the better it's going to get.
Oh, 100%. You ever watch my old videos? Pretty bad.
Yeah, I have. I still dig them.
They're pretty bad. I can't go back and watch them myself, but Everybody
I
starts
hate
somewhere.
watching my old. I cannot hear my own voice unless it's. I can't watch my own lives. I can't do it.
I mean, I get it, but there's what I would say is like I think there's a fun aspect to yours where I think
Mm-hmm.
like really you just got to stick at it. You know, a lot of people quit early on, so
Yeah.
maybe don't do that. You know, I maybe don't give the trolls as much attention as you do, but that's my own opinion. That's not you do what you do.
Yeah.
You know,
Even
so
if I don't give them attention, they're going to show up, and it's one of those things where it's like my mods are merciless, man.
but
Like
at the same time, good watch hours because of it. So you know what I mean.
that's what I'm saying. Despite my low subs, my watch hours are surprisingly high. So
That's the best part, you know. So
yeah.
well, Joe, I appreciate you calling in, explaining the trolls, and also letting us know what you think the underrated bottles are. You know, next time we do a call-in show, gladly to call in. Maybe next time you can not stand like you're about to run out the door on us, but whatever.
No, I did. What time is it for you? Because it's getting a little late for me. I've been up since like 3 this morning. So
it's almost midnight here. I'm in Florida.
okay.
Yeah, you're on the same time zone.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, man. This has been fun. It's impromptu. You know, I have nothing to hide. So
Yeah, no, absolutely, bud. Absolutely. So, well, appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the mainstream now, but I'll see you in the chat. Drop your link.
all right, buddy.
All right, bud. See you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the comments because I've been slacking out. Trav says shower 10 out of 10. Rainfall and wand. Hey, what's up, Trav? Let me get a little shower action for you. Joe says Trav's wild. Trav sounds like my kind of shower, bro. Trav comes in every time, goes, "Hey, I'm hopping in a shower," and then gives us 10 out of 10 shower ratings. I'm just saying. Pair that with a Japanese loofah seems really sets me off. Oh, damn. Don't be like me. I'm quiet early on. Yeah, guys. Joe that's just on, feel free to hop over to his channel. Drop a little subscribe, like if you want to. The streams are fun. You know what I mean? There's nothing crazy to it, but like it's a good time sometimes. I pop over there every once in a while. So same thing with clicking all over the place. Joel Unfiltered was over there one time. I think that's how I found him. It's because of Miss Unfiltered. Somebody said I was drinking 13 so casually. I got it for such a steal that like I feel like I need to really appreciate this bottle. Now we're gonna move over to we're 2 hours in. Let's go maybe another 15 minutes. So I'm think let's do one more like fancier bottle. I always like to finish on a fancy bottle. So I've been doing higher proof stuff. I've already drank the Russell, so let's do 13th Colony. I think that's always fair. Also, when you drink 13th Colony, double oak, it coats your palate so much that like you really can't drink much else after anyway. So let's do Joe Unfiltered. He didn't call in though, but so fuck that guy. I'm kidding. Bro, I have so many tabs on this thing. It's getting a little pain in the ass. I gotta clean this up. Oh, the other camera died. Oh my god. Let me swap the batteries real quick. I feel like it's only a must because I knew the other one's gonna die soon. So, and we're back. Justice, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Trav says, I like the wide angle. Nice to see it not in vertical for once. Yeah, I did it last week. I liked it. You know, like I love the vertical version. Don't get me wrong. Like I love that version. I like doing the dual angles. You know, I like all that. But it's just it's hard to keep those like forever streams. Not a lot of people are going to go back and watch streams like that. They will go back and watch streams like this. So I want to do them. I want to do these every once in a while too. When I get something like a Russell's 15, you guys can see like Trav wasn't here for all the professional stuff. You know, I like to keep it professional, but I like to keep a little tab on the side here. On the side here, like do a little warm up. We went over which bottles that we actually kill and which ones got finished. We went over the Russell's 15. We also went over the 3,500 subscribers we already got, and then we're on the hangout portion, obviously. So I went back to the main portion so you can see it all. But you know, I try to keep it as professional as I can. And then yeah, let's do a little double oak. Let me pull up my second angle here. Ciao. So now we have an unfocused bottle. That's great. There you go. 13th Colony Double Oak Cask Strength. This one's 133.74 proof. Bro, it's just to kind of give you a little taste here. To kind of put it in perspective, like look how dark that is. This is the 13 year double oak. Look how dark that is comparatively. Massive. Darkness is crazy on the 13th Colony. And that's part of the fun of it, you know? Trav says, shit, 3,500, let's fucking go. Yes. Trav, if you don't know, now you know. We are on the road to 10,000 before the end of the year. I have content coming out every single day, all the way until we hit 10,000. The wife told me, she's like, hey, you've been at it a couple years. You sure you don't want to quit? And I said, I like this. This is fun. This is fun to me. She goes, well, like, because she heard me say it. I said, I'm going to hit 10,000 this year. She goes, you're not even close. I go, don't count me out yet. So I got a couple things planned towards the end of the year. You guys know New Year's stream's going to be fucking crazy. I have a couple other things planned too. So as we get closer to the end of the year and closer to the time running out, I'm going to start pulling out all the tricks to try and do whatever we can to hit 10,000 just to prove the wife wrong. But also, like, who doesn't want the family to grow? When we hit 10,000, I think that'll be fair enough for me to also start doing some barrel picks and stuff like that for everybody else. I want to do it logistically to where it makes sense. But I don't know enough yet, so I don't want to speak before I know too much. Joe says that tab is badass. I mean, I do all the graphics pre-stream. Same thing with the B-roll. Joe, if you weren't here for the B-roll, but hey, let me give you a little taste. Nothing crazy. A little taste, a little. That was it. That's all you get. It's a little taste. Trav says, hey, I like to keep it as professional as I can. Some of those late nights will be the furthest from professional. Call me old-fashioned. HR department would wring our necks, especially Tux. Tux has been, he came in tonight's stream. I'll give him credit. He was here. He's been a little MIA lately, but I mean, I appreciate him stopping by, you know, but I mean, HR's been MIA. Quality is what first got me tuned in. I mean, I appreciate it. Oh, Joe said that. My bad. He says, I will be doing a good morning Glen Cairns when I go to the beach for Labor Day week. Hell yeah. Vacation and classy. I saw that B-roll so hard. Hey, it's not even that much. Like, I mean, I know I could do better than that, but I bought the bottle at what, 6 o'clock, went live at 9 for a 3-hour turnaround. That's good enough for me. Christian says we hitting 10K ASAP. I'm trying. I mean, we climbed pretty quick. It's all about like me being consistent. Like, granted, I said in the beginning of the year that I was gonna attempt it, and you know, with the newborn stuff like that, like it's hard. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have excuses for days, and I can give you valid reasons, but they're not like good enough for me to just sit here and be like, "Oh, these are my reasons." at the end of the day, I need to put more content out. I need to put more better content out, and I need to be more consistent. And that's what we're doing lately. You've seen the past 2 weeks fairly consistent, in my opinion. It's already scheduled out for the next month, so it will be even more consistent. So we'll get there. I think at the end of the day, it's going to happen. Damn, don't do that to me, Trav. Walnut Thurup. Don't do that. Hey, Trav. Penelope has a black walnut Thurup. Actually, no, it's just black walnut premix old fashioned with vanilla demerara syrup. Thurup. But it's fantastic. Get that. 100%. If I ever recommended something to you, that's it. Buy it. No doubt. But that's savage that you remember that. Aaron says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get Call Me Old Fashioned 10K. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure you do it. He did. I did. I put the tools around me. Said, let's do the damn thing. Yeah, I mean, I try. I try in certain aspects. I'm gonna do better. Don't worry. I know my faults. There's nothing wrong with that, knowing your faults. But we got time. What is it, August? We got September, October, November, December. You tell me we can't hit what, like 6,000 in 4 months, bro? We could do that all day. We could do that. Joe says, anyone else try Whistle Pig maple syrup? Not bad. It's bad. Don't listen to Joe. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So I have Whistle Pig signature maple syrup cocktail syrup. It is not bad. It's got like a little orange zing to it, but it's thin. It's really sweet. If you really like maple old fashions or cocktails, then that is a good go-to. But personally, I like a little barrel aged maple syrup. Those are usually a little bit better. Travis said just pour it over ice. Yeah. If you want to get fancy, a little cherry. I smoked it, but it doesn't need all that. It's fantastic by itself over ice. Or just put it in the freezer. Raging says guest appearance on other channels would help you grow your base. I mean, I get that, Raging. But a lot of other channels fucking hate me, so I don't understand why. I'm not like necessarily like dying for an answer either, but you know, my channel's pretty open. You know, I let people pop on, say stuff, hang out. I try to talk in other chats, but people don't even register my comments. So like, I'm not like trying to like harp on that or nothing like that. But I'm not begging to be on somebody's channel either. Like, but a lot of other channels don't really care to chat with me. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not dying for it. So. Oh, pancake syrup? No, Whistle Pig has its own cocktail maple syrup, so. North Florida says best production in whiskey tube, 10K on the way. Facts, 100%. Trav says, I need to structure my schedule for content. I do flight sim and other shit. I just want to see some more flight simulation. I'm not, like, if you do other stuff, I'll watch that too. But just like, I mean, I'm going to give you shit. Like, that is what it is, bro. Because I liked your content. It's hard for me to like content too. Like, I very rarely, like a lot of people know, like I have a super busy life. I do multiple different things other than just YouTube. For me to pop on YouTube and watch your stuff, just like Joe, like I'm gonna give him credit too. Like while we're at it, like if I'm in your stream, like it usually means you're doing something okay, you know, because I don't watch a lot of YouTube. What other channels hate you? Never mind, all of them. It is what it is. North says, ask High Top, do solid content, be yourself, shit will pop off. Facts. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he had me, so I mean, whatever. No. I'll give him credit. No, that's what I mean. Like, it just takes time sometimes, and then it really just pops off. And I'm not necessarily like dying for it, but I think a good goal for year 3 for me, with me actually really putting in the effort, 10K should be a given. I think 100K should be a given, but I'm realistic expectations. You know what I mean? So I have a video of some kind popping off every single day for the rest of the single year. So make sure you stay tuned. Joe says, you showing up is a huge thing for me, so that's worth it to you. You know, I mean, I appreciate it. No, like legit, I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube. I try to like spend a little bit of time on YouTube. Obviously, I spend my own time filming and stuff. So when I'm not filming, a little time on YouTube, the rest of the time is with the family. So if I'm on YouTube and I'm watching, like, it really does mean like I personally like the content. So it's not like a cocky thing. It's just like I don't have a lot of time. So if I spend time, usually it means something for me. Norfolk says Shelton's such a great change to local YouTube content. Love it. I taught him everything I know. I'm kidding. I love giving him shit. No. He's definitely came a long way. Leroy says, I can barely hear you. Well, Leroy, turn the volume up, bud. I don't know. I'm talking fairly loud. My volume's all the way up. Maybe I'm doing ASMR. Welcome back to Whiskey Tube. Joe Unfiltered says, we appreciate you. Hey, no, we appreciate you, Joe. 13th Colony, Double Oak. Solid. Fantastic. So, Norfolk says, we need to get you a boom mic. I did order one. It's already been ordered. I think during the winter months, it's fantastic because I can put it on my jacket. You know what I mean? I can set it right here. You can hear me fantastic with zero issues. I do know that I need a boom mic coming in this way. Right here is logical because it's right here. I don't have a way to connect it to my shirt. I could hold it, but who wants to see me go like this the whole day to sound like 1% better? Turn your volume up, you'll hear me. But Travis says, I'm about to put you in my VR headset, so I'll be gone for the next 2 minutes while I set it up. Bro, we're about to be in VR with Trav. Trav's gonna be bro, what? Let me ask you this: who else has VR? Because if everybody has VR, I'll go buy the VR lens and I'll have a 360 version where you can just sit in the room with me. That'd be sick, right? There is a lens that will allow you to do that, but it's expensive. I don't know if I would, like, logically it makes a lot of sense, but we could always do it. Well, Trav's like, oh, I'm going to be gone 2 minutes. I'm like, I'm going to be ending it soon. So, Aaron says, I do for the VR headset. Damn. Y'all going to have me go buying a $3,000 lens for nothing. Raging says, I've never been able to get 13th Colony Double Oak. I have a cast strength pick from Echoes in Eternity. It's fantastic. Raging, you want me to send you a sample? What's up? Somebody's got to drink this bottle. Joe says, Trav's trying to do something for science. He wants to hear and feel you, dog. Hey, I'll do whatever for Trav. I love Trav. Brendan says, hello. Brendan, welcome to stream, baby. What a hell of a fish you caught on that picture, too. I'll send the video to Discord. Hey, what's up? I'm here for it. Aaron says, yes, next stream is going to be in VR. Well, not next stream. I can't get the lens that quick, but you never know. Finally caught another stream. I usually don't get out of work in time. Brennan, you need to get off work earlier, bud. It's about 12 a.m. my time, Eastern time. I don't know where you're at, but my guy, you're working late. We appreciate your hard work, though. I'm just holding the mic at this point. At this point in the stream. Well, so just to recap the night, First, we start off with a little warm up, which went into the Penelope Black Walnut Old Fashioned made with vanilla demerara syrup. Fantastic. Can't recommend that enough. It's cheap. It's a premix, but at the end of the day, like a fantastic little bottle. We went over the bottles that we also like have already finished. That way, I can actually throw them the fuck away. It was the E.H. Taylor small batch, small Four Roses small batch. No, actually, I'm sorry, Four Roses just regular little budget line. Russell Reserve Private Barrel Select, Jim Beam Black 7-Year, Penelope Architect, St. Augustine Distillery Single Barrel Select, Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. We also went over the Old Forester Mint Julep premix. That's what the wife killed as well. All those are empty and gone. They're leaving the shelves. They're parting ways with us. There's a couple other bottles as well that are on their way out the door, like the Still Austin Cast Strength, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Barrel Proof Rye is almost done. The Jack Daniel's Triple Mash is almost done. Woodford's Double Oak's almost gone. There's a bunch of things that are almost gone, but they weren't empty, and I wasn't willing to like just finish them off on stream. But they're pushing. They're getting close. So end of year stream for my entire collection will be different. Brendan says largemouth bass. It was long but skinny, only close to 4 pounds. Hey, better than what I can do. Joe says, oh, still not a bad weight for the bass. North Florida says, smash the like and subscribe button. Join the Discord, guys. If you haven't joined the Discord links in North Florida's comment. Make sure you join that. I let you know what I pick up. I let you know what bottle kills we're doing. Give you a little insight to what we're doing on the day-to-day stuff. But, at the end of the day, more people join, the more we talk. Trav says, this is lit. It's like you're right here, bud. Right here. Joe Water says, Brendan, what's your PB? Personal best fish? Yeah, what's your personal best fish? Aaron says, no, not you, me. I'm going to take the VR from the kids and watch the stream on it. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. But anyways, after we got done talking about the bottle kills, we cracked open the new Russell's Reserve 13-year. Fantastic pour in general. Maybe not better than the 15-year, but it's solid. We're going to come out with a full review after we get done with the hype of just cracking it open. I'll let you guys know that either next week or the following. But it's so far fantastic. And then we moved into talking about how we already hit 3,500 subscribers. And then we just kind of hung out. We talked. We had a call-in show. I had people call in. North Florida, Christian, Joe Waters. A few people called in just to chat it up, talk whiskey, talk trolls. You know what I mean? So we had some people call in. So let's finish up these pours. I'm going to put my mic back on my hat because I don't want to hold it anymore. So sorry if you can't hear me as good, but let's take this thing off the shelf. What time is it? About 12? 2:30? Hold on. Let's check the statistics. Before I log off, I don't want to be rude to anybody. Does anybody else want to call into the show before I shut her down? Whoa. Bro, Trav's watching me in like 3D. I don't like it. I mean, it's cool, but like, what a weird. Yo, Trav, we're basically in the same room. He just posted in the Discord as well. North Florida also posted in the Discord which bottle shares he had. They basically brought the entire small lot series for Redwood Empire plus an Old Granddad's Heaven and Old Rip. Solid lineup. Oh, he's got a pool table. I bet money. Hey, bet money. If North Florida's still in here, I bet money. I'll work y'all in pool. I'm just saying. I'll bet a bottle on it. I don't care what bottle you want to put down. You want to bet a Redwood Empire bottle? Let's do it. I don't care. North Florida's still not in here, is he? Because he's still here. He's still here. North Florida, I'll work you in pool, bud. Trav, that's pretty cool though. That you're kind of watching in the VR thing. It's different. But yeah, if anybody else wants to call in, make sure you let me know now before we call it a night. Oh my god, I just fucked up the whole chat. Brendan says, I do have a question before you end it. I've only been into bourbon for a little over a year now. And I think it's Woodford's Reserve double oaked, but I haven't had any other doubles. Suggestions? If you, personally, Woodford's double oak is the one that got me into bourbon. So absolutely, right stream to come into. So Woodford's is always going to be my favorite. It's just a hometown pick. But if you want a different double oak, I can give you a couple really good ones. These are 3. They're a little pricey, so just bear with me. Let me pull up my second angle here. So we have the Lucky 7. This is a store pick though, so I'm sure you can find this as a regular. This is a holiday toast. It typically comes out in the October through December or November. But Lucky 7 Holiday Toast got a little movie ticket thing. This one's 119 proof, but this is more like a toasted bourbon, but it's still a double oak. It's fantastic. It gives you everything you kind of want in toasted and double oak. Next up is going to be the Peerless double oak. This one, personally, is the one that I think is the best double oak. Coming in at 100 basically 9 proof. Price varies. It's just hard to find, and it's definitely hard to find at the right price too, because sometimes it's like 75, sometimes it's 175. So definitely difficult. But I think a good substitute, which should be easier to find, is going to be Barrel Foundations. Double barrel, 5-year age, 100 proof. This is a double oak from Barrel. It is fantastic. It has very similar tasting notes as Woodford's double oak. The only difference is it's 100 proof. And obviously where it's from and how it's all blended and yada, yada, yada. So, in my opinion, it's pretty close to Woodford's. If you can find it, pick it up. If you can't, then go for like a Peerless or just stick for Woodford's. You know what I mean? So the Lucky 7 store pick, it was a store pick, so it was like 75. Peerless Double Oak, I personally got for 75 at Shores Liquor here in Florida. Brendan just tipped $4.99. Says appreciate the suggestion, of course. Barrel, I believe it's like $50. It's right around the same price as Woodford's, and I think that's who they're trying to compete with, is the Woodford's, because Woodford's ranges between 50 and 55. So it just depends on what you want. If you're looking for a budget bottle, Jim Beam Double Oak solid. It's just low proof. So Joe says Noble Oak is what a lot of people try first around here. I don't know why. It's just another double oak that's somewhat easy to find. Personally, wasn't my go-to. I've had it. I haven't had it in a long time, so I don't want to speak too much on it. But just kind of try different things. Also, never seen a Peerless Double Oak. Yeah, I mean, that's the tough part, right? Because it's like, honestly, I didn't find it for a while, but now that my store has it, it's always there. So, Norfolk says Conviction Double Oak. If you see it, it's money. I've never seen it, but I get it. Oh, Old Forester 1910 is a good pickup too. It is a double oak. I forgot about that. It's not the same as like a Woodford's double, but it's up there in the same like level of like what you want from a double oak. It's just slightly different. Like I have a Starlight double oak and I have like a Nulu double oak, but they're totally different than what you would get from a Woodford's. Sagamore Double Oak Rye, I actually like that a lot, but it's not in the same category. It's different, but I like it a lot. I just never bought it. And of course, if you can ever find a 13th colony double oak, fantastic stuff too. A lot harder to get though. I think I'm losing my voice. Yeah, double oak rye. So many of these are non-existent where I live. Where do you live, Brendan? Just out of curiosity. Mr. Miyagi. Been a long time. Is there still a cat that hangs around? Every once in a while, the cat's in here, but he's not as active as before. Porky Prankster says the 2XO double oaks. Hey, I haven't actually had that, but I hear they're fantastic. Maine? Ah, fuck. Yeah, I hear a lot of whiskey and stuff like that's hard to get in Maine. Only thing I could suggest is like kind of drive down, go towards Kentucky, go towards like obviously like closer you get to Florida, the more everything that because I'm in Florida, so everything I talk about is obviously from the Florida region. I try to let everybody know like what I'm actually getting for my area, but granted, it's different for everybody. Dying, bro. I can't. My voice is getting lost. Joe Water says, I'm on cast strength search lately. Mainly stored picks that are popping up, but also Jefferson cast strengths. I don't know why. Still haven't shown up anywhere near me. The cast strength Jefferson is around here. I don't like Jeffersons. I don't know why. It's just a thing with me. Mr. Miyagi says, whoa, we got the ads going now. Mr. Miyagi, I mean, they're supposed to be really like moderate. There's not supposed to be a bunch of them. So if you're experienced a bunch of them, let me know. If it's just like a one thing, then yeah, it happens. We are monetized, so like YouTube like does it. I don't control any of that. Mr. Miyagi says, get it, call me old fashioned with you. Wishing you nothing but success. Mr. Miyagi, don't know if you know, but we're on the road to 10,000 before the end of the year. If there's one stream to never miss, it's the New Year's stream. I'm just saying. We're going to do giveaways. We're going to do awards. We're going to do all types of shit. So make sure you guys are there for that. If there was ever a stream to miss, that's not one of them. Oh, Massachusetts, not Maine. My bad. But close enough. Same thing. Same thing to me. It's all far away. So, well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I missed one. Don't mind the ads. Is it been just out of curiosity? Do you guys feel like there's been a bunch of ads, or is it just like kind of like low key? If it's a bunch of ads, let me know because like I don't control that, but I can message YouTube and be like, hey, calm it down. That's not cool. It's on like moderate. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like once every once a blue moon. So, but ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the room, get ready for tomorrow. Brandon says, far away from you and far away from the good bourbon. That's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Sorry, bud. Sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe. In my headset, total bullshit. I don't know what. I had one ad in my headset, total bullshit. My bro, one ad's okay. I'm okay with one ad, but like multiple, that's kind of crazy. Like if you're getting like 3-4 ads, unless you're here the entire time, then that's kind of crazy. You should get one when you come in. That's really it. Maybe one every once in a blue moon, but Caterpillar says end stream. Caterpillar, I'm about to call you, bud. In a minute. End stream. Seen 3 ads, but That's when I exit and come back. Oh, that's different. Yeah, when you exit and come back, I can't control that because that's a pre-roll ad. Aaron says I've had 3. All right, that feels a little excessive to me. So I'll definitely look into that because I don't want the stream to be all ads either. So I'll definitely look into that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next Friday or on the other side. Make sure you tune in for all the other content. It's coming out every single day. So, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you stopping by, calling in, doing all that jazz, and I will see you on the other side. Peace.